bunch of stuff and we went crazy.
There we are.
Pardon me. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Who are you? You are the guy that normally sits there.
I'm a simple golden elf living in a simple golden elf world. That's all this really
I'm a
is.
Barbie girl.
So tonight I'm DMing because Corey decided to bail on us because he's disturbed. But
I mean, like there's a good reason.
yeah, whatever. Just because my fucking ghetto doesn't mean anything to me.
I mean,
Wow.
it's still
You took me on that he's here.
It's okay. You're gonna have a good time.
You always need to treat your loved ones to something special. So
yeah.
she wants to go see Disturbed. She wants to see Disturbed.
Pretty much.
If you can make that sound every night.
Ooh,
Tonight we're going to be playing something that is going to go along with my homebrew that we'll probably be playing in, I don't know, a few months to a year or whatever.
Whenever we finish.
Whenever we finish with the current campaign.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some adventures in the Outlands. Our party members here today, would you all like to introduce yourselves?
yeah, so I am Aravan. I am a Wood Elf Ranger.
Wood elf.
I'm playing the what subclass is it? What subclass am I? That's it, Monster Hunter. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I am playing Blod, an Arachne blood sorcerer.
And what is Arachne?
It's a spider person, basically.
Spider-Man?
Alright.
No, it's a Pyder Man. Well, I'm playing Zeke. He's a Luxodon Death Cleric. Like, he's just here for whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
I will be playing Ronaldo Spartez, a half-human vampire.
Oh.
So how does that work out? Was your mom the vampire, or was your dad the
Well,
vampire?
half-human vampire only goes by the sense that you were turned or you were because.
So you're a
that's
spawn. Yeah,
That
yeah.
means your mom or your dad.
Oh, okay, because
And
most
then the
Like the
opposite
whole
one
Twilight thing?
did yeah, sparkly in the sunshine, baby. Oh yeah.
yeah, because most purebloods they're born that way, whereas the half-bloods are usually they are turned vampires.
They're
Yeah.
turned vampire.
Right.
So you're not Lady Gaga. You weren't born this way.
So, before this adventure begins, I'm gonna give a little bit of a background into what you guys have done and what you guys are about to go do. So, you all have been living your lives, doing whatever adventuring stuff you can, hunting monsters or serving your gods in the best ways possible. And then one day, each of you receive a letter from Emperor Firebeard of the Oscan Republic. You decided, you looked at it, you're just like, could be a lot of money involved, or there could be some untold treasures, because he's asking you all to go into the Outlands, and the Outlands are unsettled territory, so that's what you all are currently going to do. You now find yourselves standing outside of this mountain structure. So you see the mountain, and then carved into the mountain is this massive doorway, and then all of these ornate carvings of apes and dragons and all this other various stuff, all on this mountainside. As you all are standing there, you look around, you see each other, and you see 8 other people all standing there with you. You're not exactly sure what you're going to be doing, but you got word that you're going to be helping a survey team, but that's why you're here, or to find out. Alright. So as you all are standing here, outside of the mountain palace, you watch as the 2 large stone doors that you were standing in front of slowly swing open. And on the other side, you see two high elven men. They are adorned with what appears to be your typical East Asian samurai armor. It's completely red with red plating and everything. The domed hats with the skirts around the back, and they're wearing masks that look to be the mouth of like a gorilla or an ape. These two happen to have golden masks. They kindly greet you in to walk with them to go meet the emperor. And I assume you all headed. As you all walk into this place, you notice that these are large, massive hallways, and you see piping, like all down the side. It's metal tubes and everything.
Is it on the ceiling or?
Yeah, it kind of goes like there's probably like 20 pipes that just run along the walls and on the ceiling.
What's the temperature in here?
So it's cold outside, but it's pretty warm. Like it feels nice inside.
Mm-hmm.
Is it lit?
Yeah, it's lit.
Hella lit.
Yes.
That joke is so overused now.
Yeah.
We use it every time.
Yeah.
I use it every time.
So
I use it
see
sometimes.
a lot of my armor start letting off more smoke. Is that smoldering armor?
I'd be like walking in the back, just kind of. I don't like people walking behind me unless
I'm walking in the middle and I'm kind of like half looking around, half not giving a shit.
Why are you even here?
So,
Because my god wants me to
a humanoid in white silk robes.
Angsty teenager.
I wonder where that
and
white
like-
silk
and-
came from.
and he's got
wearing his watch.
he's got a mask over his face. It appears to be a spider emblazoned on the mask.
Alright. So, with your character, does it have like the legs
The
coming like out of your back kind of thing, or is it like retracted?
Basically, it's 2 arms and 2 legs, and I keep my extra legs and arms stowed in the sleeves of my clothing until I need them.
I thought you said 2 arms and 2 legs, and for whatever reason.
Sorry, I meant 2
thought-
extra arms and 2 extra
I
legs.
thought
Sorry.
4. Well, then I thought, right, 4 and 4 on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
But
But the way you said it, 2 arms and 2 legs, that's what we all
Yeah.
have. 2 arms and 2 legs.
2 extra arms and 2 extra legs.
So as you all walk down this hallway that is adorned with other pictures and sculptures all over the place, that give you a very Asian vibe. Like there's pictures depicting like tsunamis and other
You mean
various
tidal
things.
waves?
Hmm?
You mean tidal waves?
Well, that too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
It's a tsunami in the.
I mean, that's a
Are there
racist statement.
any like
No, that's what they're called.
Is that what they're called?
That's what they're
I
called.
thought they were called tidal waves.
No, they're tsunamis.
when they get really big?
Yeah.
But back to the picture.
Wait, let me derail this like 5 more minutes. Hang on.
then you also see sculptures of like they look like dragons, but they're more like worms as you would know them to be.
Right.
Versus
They
like
don't have
they don't have like legs. They more like have some will have 2 legs, some will have none.
And they're like T-Rex legs. They're like little tiny legs.
Is there anything interesting in the pictures besides the water, like people doing anything in particular?
I thought you said people.
Like as you look at them, there's like pictures of people that are building certain structures, being like pagodas and stuff like that, or people fishing. And,
But nothing.
but nothing.
Are they all wearing like large triangular shaped hats, maybe? In these pictures?
I guess the ones that are working in the fields, sure.
Just trying to get the full sense of the picture layout.
As you all approach the end of the hallway, you come upon these 2 large brass doors that are adorned with the picture of a gorilla just hunched over, and then there are wormling dragons surrounding these gorillas. You watch as the one guardsman walks up and he knocks on the door like 3 times, and then you hear a loud whistling noise, and then
When he knocked on the door, did it sound like solid brass, or was it like brass plated wood doors?
No, it sounded like solid brass.
Solid brass. Okay.
You hear a loud whistle, and then you just watch as the doors seem like fly open with no effort.
Do the dragons match the color of the doors?
Yeah, it's all just one color. They didn't paint it or anything. As you all look into this room, you see, lights that are seemingly, it's not torchlight, but it's like lantern light all throughout this place. And you see a large metal throne. And sitting on this throne, you see a stout man, in similar red armor to the elves. He has, but instead of a gold mask, he has a like platinum colored mask with a wolf pelt on his shoulders.
I'm wearing a wolf pelt too. Interesting. What kind of wolf is it?
It looks to be an Arctic wolf.
Okay.
You would know this man to be Emperor Firebeard. You also see why he's called Emperor Firebeard, because you see the long red beard coming down from under the mask.
So how often does he have an audience? Is he more of like a reclusive emperor, or is he an emperor of the people?
You're not necessarily from this area, so you wouldn't know how often he would meet with like his I guess his common folk.
Yeah.
But it does seem a little strange, at least in your opinion, of an emperor, for people to go directly meet.
Does he have lots of guard or royal guard around him right now, or is it just the two guys that let us in?
You see, like, standing alongside as you enter in, that there are
Like long lines of
guardsmen
warriors.
posted,
Okay.
each holding thin or slim-looking long swords.
Okay.
Like a ritual standing poos, like
Yeah, like they're expecting you guys could do anything at any moment, so they're prepared.
Do we have our weapons on us?
You do.
Okay.
Like, I haven't gotten the word from my mom yet to do anything, so maybe we just hear what he has to say for right now. I mean, like, when she tells me it's go time, we can fuck some shit up, but
Besides
for right now. Oh, go ahead, what were you gonna say?
Besides him and his guards, is there anything else in the room that would catch our eye?
I mean, similar statues to what you saw outside, except these ones are a bit more, like, better well made. They are in this room. So you all approach, I assume, and he greets you all to sit down on, the floor. There's no real...
I don't sit.
Okay.
I sit, but it makes a really big, like, noise, and I kind of huff when I do it, like,
Okay. Hello. I would like to welcome you all to my palace. I thank you for coming here, but I have a mission for the 12 of you. I would like to do an exploration, a survey of the Outlands. I would like to separate you all into 3 parties of 4 people, and you will meet with my survey teams after we're done concluding everything here, and we'll send you on your way, probably tomorrow. I hope you all agree to these terms.
Do you mind questions?
Go for it.
Is there a reason why you are venturing out into the islands now?
So, the reason we are going into the Outlands is because there has been some news of people from foreign continents trying to come in and settle these lands. Even though long ago my father, or my father's father, put in ban restrictions for settling down and making these lands into a country. We would rather leave them more frivolous and wild.
I rolled an insight check. It's a 24
Mhm.
to tell whether or not he's being truthful.
As far as you feel he's being truthful, it seems like he is, like he doesn't really have a reason to, I guess, lie. He is mostly worried about these people from this other land coming in and settling.
So these outlands you speak of, are they your lands, or are you laying claim to these lands? Or are they just ungoverned?
They're more ungoverned than anything else. We don't really have. We decided not to settle on the other side of the mountains because we don't want to get away from. We don't want to try and do a mass land grab, because if we wanted to, we could easily lay claim to the whole area.
So your plan is to leave them unclaimed, or?
Right, that is what we want to do. That is what we wish.
Okay. I'm in. You got me there.
I don't mean to be a spoil sport, but what can you offer in payment?
Well, on your return from the Outlands, I am willing to pay off to upwards of 250 platinum pieces to each person.
Very well.
And anything you find out in the Outlands that you can bring back, I'll allow you to keep.
So with that price then, it sounds like you're expecting this to be pretty dangerous.
It might be fairly dangerous. Like I said, these are unsettled lands, usually used for exile.
Can I insight check this conversation just to see if he's not telling us something?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
You feel like he's telling the truth, but you do feel like there is a little
Information being withheld.
that he's kind of holding back.
Okay. Continue with your conversation. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I mean, I asked what I needed to ask, so.
So, would you all agree to these circumstances? You watch as the other 8 people around you are just like, hell yeah! 250 platinum pieces, let's go!
So, not that I care or anything, but, that's a lot of money just to go out here and, help your survey team or whatever. What aren't you telling us?
Nothing.
Insight check.
I'll make one
16.
too, I guess. Not very.
I mean,
26.
you sense that he's hiding something. You sense that.
So he's lying basically
Yeah,
about
you sense that part right there was
a lie. Yeah.
You said 26.
So why did you dodge his question then,
Yeah,
Your Grace?
I mean, if he wants to keep his secrets, then let him.
I
mean, he's
down.
Unless you're unconfident that we'll succeed.
I can face any danger. I'm not worried about that. I just would like to have a little more information about what we expect to find so we can better prepare ourselves for such dangers.
I'm with the fucking bow trucker over there.
Then, the 4 of you standing there, you all can be on the Western team. And I'll tell you everything that you need to know.
Why not tell the others?
It's not as prevalent to them as it will be to whoever is going west.
I'm down, man. Whatever. Just I don't
We'll
want
see
to have
what you
all the information before I go.
Now we're going somewhere where it actually matters.
Why, are you afraid to die?
No, I'm just saying our job is much more difficult now. Thank you for that.
If you die, I know a lady that'll hook you up, bro. She's gonna bring you to the right side. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I second that.
He then raises his hand and he casts away the other 8 to go
Literally, you cast him away. He's a super powerful sorcerer. He's a mage of a high caliber.
He gets his guard to escort
them off
to the next area to meet up with their survey team, and he asks you all to approach the throne closer.
I look at the guards and just walk a little bit closer.
I mean, they're just...
It's just I like to make sure I know what's going on with my surroundings.
Yeah. What's up?
So as you all approach, he says, all right. So since you all are going to be part of my Western team, all this means is that from my palace here, you will be heading directly west until you reach whatever coastline there is. It is believed that to be along this area is one of Coralon's crystals.
We know what Coralon's crystals are, right?
Yeah, I mean, some of you...
I'm gonna history check it. See if I can...
Sure.
15.
15? That's good enough. You would know that the legend of Coralon's crystals, at least that's what they're called. You know that there's already 2 of them on this continent that have been discovered. And they are, from what you understand, to be like large crystal structures that go hundreds of feet high, and they're supposed to be the connection between like this plane and the weave kind of a thing. Like these crystals connect the material plane directly to
The
like
Imperial
all the
plane or all the other
to
planes?
like the magic source
Okay.
kind of a thing.
All right.
That's some powerful magic.
Mm-hmm.
And they're nicknamed Coralon's crystals because in this world, Coralon is the principal deity of magic and arcane. So, are you all okay with going there? Now, the reason that I need like these powerful, strong, brave adventurers is because when you get to Coralon's crystal, there might be creatures there that have never been seen before that might have some sort of magical mutated properties.
So are you expecting the other 3 teams to run into a similar thing?
The other teams will most likely not. Because from what I've understood, there's only one crystal, and it's directly westward.
So you're saying that we should get paid a little more then, is what you're saying, Your Grace.
Well,
And I rolled a 9 on my persuasion.
well, here, I'll tell you this. Whatever you find, if there is this Coralon's crystal, you may take whatever pieces or whatever magical items that might be near there.
I mean, like, that's the same thing you offered those other guys, though. Like, you told them they could keep that shit.
So we'll be in an area of powerful magic, though.
So what you guys understand about Coralon's crystals is the one that is being used is in the country known as Fuluegro, and it is the center of their wizard council tower, and they use it to cast high levels of magic. And then there's another country known as Bloibar, and there's another crystal there, but this crystal seems to be a bit more potent because there are gravitational differences in the lands all around Bloibar, and the crystal's kind of in the center of the country. And underneath of it, they mine out these crystal gems that are used to power the mechanics that you see throughout the countries.
Okay. I imagine that in an area of powerful magic, there would be magical items that are of significantly more power, though.
Well, Your Grace, you had me at hello, so I'll do it.
That's a really good puppet show reference, man. I didn't appreciate that. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me that, show me the money or something.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you all should
This
go
one's
and
weird.
meet up with your survey team.
I agree.
And that's saying something for me, trust me.
And then
Yeah.
he waves his hand and has.
And we
Bam out of there, he's super magical.
He waves us away.
So when are we supposed to leave in the morning?
Like a little
Yeah.
building, and that's why we can't see behind
Yeah,
it.
I can't
It's
like
like
that'll be really hard.
afternoon right now.
Yeah. So we have the rest of the evening and the night until the morning.
Kind of go meet with the survey team and everything else. Kind
Is
of
Lawrence Lane
hash out your battle plan, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually head to the tavern.
I think Lawrence is taking the Browns.
There's no real tavern.
Well, what's in the area though?
Yeah.
Because we exit the palace, what do we see?
Well, you guys haven't exited the palace.
Oh, okay.
They're actually escorting you to a lower part of the palace.
Oh, we're not allowed to leave, is what you're saying?
Well, pretty much. That's kind of what they're doing. But when you guys came into the palace, there's no town or anything.
Oh, it's just on its own.
Yeah, it's on its own, just out
All right.
there.
That is
Well, then I'm as we're being escorted down, I'm gonna ask one of the escortees to wherever they plan on having us stay for the evening. If they can deliver some sort of ale or wine.
Okay. Well, you see, there's going to be a dinner and a few other things to kind of celebrate your going away, I guess, or whatever you want to call it.
Well,
your
I'm
travels.
no offense to you and your emperor, but I'm not the celebrating type. So if I could just be shown to my room after the meeting with the excavation party or the survey team, I'll just see myself to my room until the morning.
Yes, sir. You go.
And nothing against you three either. Just
He will.
I'm not really a sociable person.
You all eventually
Totally.
make your way to this like elevator-like structure, and then you hear the little shh as it descends. As you all get in, and then it descends.
Oh, nice.
Jesus.
That's a good die tonight. 27 on an investigation check to see how this elevator works.
So I mean, you understand that like the elevator might also run through their steam system, but it's mostly like electrical power that you have seen in other various capital cities if you've ever been to them.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
otherwise,
they actually have electricity.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
How they generated those.
Another
Up for
question.
discussion.
So you all get to the bottom, and you look, and it just looks like this giant open room. Like there's no wall on the far side. It doesn't look like there's a door either. But you see you see all varieties of races down here, and they're all working on like vehicles. They're all working on these large metal structures and other various things. The guard walks you over to one of these metal structures, and you see like 4 gnomes standing like around it, and they're all talking to each other.
Have we seen contraptions like these before? Is this
Has
something
your
that would be...
character been through like a major city?
Probably not.
Yes. I wouldn't do major
So if you've been through a major city, you probably recognize these as just like land vehicles, and most people use them just to kind of cruise around, like your average car and stuff like that. But then there's like other specialized ones that are meant to go into the wilderness, but they don't. They're mostly in large cities. If you have ever been to one. You see these 4 gnomes standing here, They are all wearing identical garb. They have large goggles, tan domed hats, and tan coats with green pants and boots like strapped up to almost their knees.
Mm-hmm. One is orange, one is red, one is pink, one is no. Blinky, Blinky, Stinky, and Dinky. Get it? Did you get that reference?
Well, that wasn't the right characters. Okay. I get the reference, yes. So, these are guys. Yes, Mr. Long. They're you guys. All right. Well, it's glad to meet you. The four of you. Four of you. All right. Pleasure to meet you. The name's Lamone.
Evan.
Pleasure. And a carapace three-fingered hand reaches out and grabs him.
Ooh, that's weird, all right. Pleasure.
I shake his hand with my trunk.
I rolled an 18. I'm trying to see if I can discern what I just saw with his hand. A nature check or investigation?
Whatever you want to make it.
Well, he made his
I'm
hand.
trying to conceal my hand. It's actually 5 fingers.
So that's 25.
So it's like black with 5 fingers, but it almost looks like some of the fingers are like out of position.
He caught a football
Because my hands are layered over top of each other, so the 3 fingers on each hand are it just looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
you look at it and it's a little unsettling. You're just like,
Well, I've seen some crazy shit before.
yeah, but
So-
it's just like, but you've never seen it on like a human before
A
necessarily.
humanoid
Yeah.
type person. Yeah.
But you look at it and you're just like, I think I've seen like giant spiders with that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like,
Right. Are you technically classified as humanoid?
yeah.
Okay.
all right. Well, this is my team. I'm alone. This is Espen, Lost, Gervain. We are
Humanoid monstrosity.
we're gonna be the survey team that you all are escorting due west. It's a pleasure to meet you all, and I can't wait to get this thing going. I'm so excited. So excited.
Right.
Yeah, excited, cool.
So
Go ahead.
you go ahead.
No, you got it.
You're bigger than me.
I defer.
What can we expect out there?
Thank you.
I have no idea.
You're very chipper, aren't you?
Never been to the Outlands before.
How would you like
care?
to be buried?
What?
I'm a death cleric. How would you like to be buried?
I think that's more a grave
No, I haven't
thing.
really thought about that.
I just need to make sure there's no like religious thing I have to look up before I leave. Make sure I don't call my mom or anything.
Do we have a map or any means of?
No doubt whatsoever. It's the first time that anyone's gone out and surveyed the Outlands.
So
Right there.
how do we plan to get there then?
Probably mostly by foot.
Do you have horses available or something that we can make this trip go a little faster?
Well, so the biggest problem is that we gotta take this hunk of junk with us, and he smacks the top of the vehicle that you guys are standing next to. And,
I have no idea what this is.
well, we call it
It's like a
Expedition version 2.
There was a version 1 of this?
Some metal wagon.
That's what it looks like to me. Where's the horses?
There's no horses for this. It runs off of crystal power.
Crystal power.
Yeah.
The wagon runs.
I have some toothless cousins that run off of crystal power.
Yep. It just goes like this. And you watch as he pulls open his coat, and you see these like red crystals just kind of sitting inside of his pocket. He pulls one out. He shoves it into the socket that's on the side of the vehicle, and he jumps in, turns it on, and you hear a loud "Kunk," and then as if it's running like an engine.
What the
It's alive.
fuck?
I don't think that we're going to be able to stealth with this.
I don't think this is a good idea.
This could be
I'll
good
walk
protection.
next to this carriage.
Why do we need it?
So it's the easiest way for us to be able to transport our supplies without getting stuck in any possible obstacles, because it can go over and or through anything.
Go stand in front of it and let's see if it goes through you.
No,
Oh.
I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be anywhere near this thing. Who knows what the hell that fucking crystal he put in there is going to do. I've seen magic do crazy shit in my time, and I've seen it fucking kill people. And I do not want to be around when that crystal decides to fucking blow us all to hell.
I'm a little more
Alright, that's a
comfortable with
positive
magic,
outlook
but
that we got there, bud.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going, so if I get
Well,
there fast...
we haven't had one explode on us since version 1, so...
How
And
long
how
ago
long
was
was
that?
that?
Only about 2 weeks.
We had version 1 for a few years before they finally decided to start going.
That doesn't answer our question.
What, is there a sign somewhere in here that says how many days it's been since an accident in the workplace?
Yeah. There actually is.
And underneath it, it says, "Goddamn you, Jeffrey."
Sorry, we miss you, Pete.
He was short-lived. He stuck in the wrong rod in the
and
over.
by the way, the vehicle, as you look at it, it looks like the normal head of like an older time car that you would see, but then it's got like this giant like metal box on the back of it.
I suddenly, like at first I was picturing like a Sherman tank, but now I'm picturing the truck from Jeepers Creepers. Like an old panel van. It's an old panel van.
Kind of
Like a
I just-
super old ice cream truck, but
I get what you're saying.
dingy.
I just pictured the box truck from 101 Dalmatians.
Oh,
The animated
yeah.
one.
Sure, that was
Yeah.
Like the Model T front that you gotta
Mhm.
crank it to get it going? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can't exactly carry all that shit ourselves.
I didn't plan on carrying it. Belongs to them, not me.
I can carry a few
We're just
things,
being paid to
but
take them there and make sure they don't die.
I'm not really one to carry too much stuff.
Yep,
around.
you're right about that one. That's all we really want you for.
Well,
Do you-
I don't think these gnomes are going to be carrying all that stuff.
Do
Do
you guys drink a lot of coffee?
Well, whatever this horseless carriage is,
Coffee? I like coffee.
it's
I
going to carry all the
noticed.
shit that they need.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just keep it brewed.
Well, I'm going to bed. I've seen enough of what I've seen.
All right.
Are we sleeping in this thing?
No, I think the Emperor has rooms for you all after the dinner that we're gonna have tonight.
Oh, there's a dinner.
Yes, you forgot about that, didn't you?
I wasn't paying attention.
I get that that's a common occurrence for you.
Yeah, let's go eat.
All right. So the two guardsmen are still kind of just standing there, being silent, not saying anything, and they escort you all to the dining room. As you guys are walking to the dining room, he's just like, "You said you want to go to your room, sir?"
Yeah, I'm not really a dinner person.
All right. And he like,
Are you a breakfast person?
I mean, I eat, but I'm not a social gathering dinner person.
He,
It's like you said you.
he
didn't-
splits off with you and escorts you to your room.
Okay.
And the one guard just kind of keeps walking with the rest of the party.
Okay.
So you get to your room before they get to the dining hall because it's a lot closer kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They open the doors and you see bunk beds,
Okay.
two bunk beds, but this room is massive.
Mm-hmm.
It's adorned with various structures and golds and reds and blacks,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty much all it is. There's a chest for you to keep your stuff in for the night if
Yeah.
you wanted, but
I look around and say, "Where's the ale?"
I'll get it right to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
And then he walks off.
Yeah, and then I go. I eat one of the rations out of my bag that I have, and then I start my meditation, my nightly meditation, and that's all I'm gonna do.
All right.
All right.
When he gets there, I'll pour myself some ale and try to forget things.
Okay. So the rest of you reach two huge doors and pushes them open, and you see this nicely lit dining area. All the other 8 adventurers, along with a bunch of other halflings and humans and elves that you saw when you were in the garage, are also there, and it looks like they're about ready for a feast. You see the emperor walk in, and he takes a seat at the end of the table in this ironically huge chair for a dwarf.
Okay.
And he says, "All right, I would like to commence tonight's festivities with thanking you all for coming out here and coming to eat or coming to explore the Outlands with my survey teams. So I figured we would have this nice dinner for you all." And he claps his hands, and you watch as butlery come in and start serving food and everything else.
Butlery?
What are they serving?
Various meats and fruits and vegetables and cheeses and pepperoni.
Okay.
Wrapped animal carcasses so somebody can suck the blood out of their bodies.
I keep a bunch of meat on my plate and taste test it. Do you have anything a little more rare?
They bring out steaks. That are rare.
Excellent.
They bring out 3 live women. Would any of these interest you? Bring that one back to life.
And I don't eat the meat. I start sucking on it.
You put it under
And
yourself, you wrap it up in web, and then you drain it of its juices.
And then when I'm done
I'm
with
gonna-
it,
I'm gonna
once
move
it's all
chairs.
shriveled and desiccated, I just set it down on the plate and grab the next piece.
I'm
People
gonna
are
move.
staring at you as you're eating it.
I would totally
What the fuck?
move 3 chairs away and just use my trunk to just grab food and put it I don't even use the plate. I'm just grabbing stuff with trunk. Just walk.
And then the night commences like that. You guys eat, enjoy, have these fun festivities. And they eventually come to you, escort you to your rooms. In the middle of all this, no, thank you. In the middle of all this, you hear a knock at the door. You,
Nope.
all right.
It's not my place to answer the door.
You hear the guy, and he's just like, I got some ale and food.
Why don't you just come in?
All right. He
Opens the door. You're laying back on the couch with just a
You
piece
see
of
that he's
wall.
got a tray that's then stacked with 5 plates of food on top of it, and a keg of ale.
Oh wow! I go
And-
pony keg.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he sits one on the table, sits the other one on the table, and he's just like, "Enjoy, sir."
There you go.
And he walks out, and then
I'll just pour myself a mug and just hop back onto my bunk and just start drinking. And I'll actually bring the pony keg close to the bed because I climbed from the bottom bunks. So
all right.
and I just sit there and just drink.
And then a little while later, probably an hour later, you watch as the door opens and your other 3 members who are supposed to be traveling with you walk in. You see your normal looking human that's wearing a mask, your Loxodon fellow, and your other human who I think is probably wearing all black.
There are
or
a few
something.
red stains on my robes.
So my robes are jet black, and I have black, almost khaki pants, cloth pants on them with an open robe, and then underneath I have a black T-shirt that has some symbol on it. Probably looks like a pyramid or something, with light going through it, coming out rainbow on the other side, like a bad color spray. But I'm totally wearing it ironically. I don't even care about what it's supposed to symbolize. but it's just like what I have on.
All right.
So you probably never heard of where that art came from, or
No.
you know, if it's associated with any bardic group.
Yeah,
You've never listened to that bard
Like I
group.
said,
You
like-
just wear it because it's a fashion statement.
I wear it because it's black and it has a little splash of color on
Yeah.
it.
Dude, I mean, I love blue fluoride, you know? Like,
I was scared.
such a great bardic group.
Blue fluoride.
It's funny.
And yeah, so you guys are there for the night. You could
So
take beds or whatever.
before I go to bed, is there like a window?
Yeah, there's one.
So like I go over to the window and I open it up and I like lean into the windowsill. And I reach up and I unscrew one of my tusks. And it says Sean. I start playing like Careless Whispers out into the night.
All right.
It's like a clarinet though, so it's like shitty Kenny G version of like bad jazz music.
Do you plan on playing that fucking thing all night?
I pull away. Not all night. It's just what I need to do for my mom so she knows I'm okay. I go back to playing.
Why don't you just fucking...
Shitty jazz.
So I start.
Wait, did you just call Karis Whisper shitty?
No,
jazz?
I didn't.
I was about to say.
Karis Whispers is awesome.
I start spinning myself some silk rope for the next few hours. So for my fingers, I get like little strings, and I get like needles, and I start like knitting, and I'm like doing it like as surreptitiously as possible.
Alright.
So you're here.
And I go, he's a weird one, isn't he?
Don't talk to me. And then I just take another chug of my ale. And
You're
then
the
top it off.
stepdad to like the worst stepkids ever. Like this one's over here crocheting. He's playing like bad music out at the window.
And
Yeah.
the other one's
And the other one
absent.
It's like he's not even here.
Upside down on the ceiling.
He's like that wallflower person who's like completely invisible to everybody.
He's there, but he's not there.
Yeah.
He's also invisible and everything.
So you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drink to get through this.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for their mom to get home from her shift at Denny's, and she can deal with them.
So through my 4-hour meditation, do I have any dreams or anything like that?
So as you were meditating, you started to receive visions of this large red crystal.
Is it a refined crystal like I saw earlier, or is it like a natural grown crystal?
Yeah, it looks perfectly refined, but it looks in your vision you're kind of like looking up at it.
Huh. And that's all I see.
Yeah, and that's all that's being shown to you.
Okay.
You're dreaming.
I wake up and have some morning beer.
Okay. Are you guys doing anyone else doing anything?
Well, after I play like 3 songs out the window, I'll screw the Sean back into my. So it looks like I have 2 full horns again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go and get in the top bunk above him.
All right. So as you
What's the weight limit on the?
as
You're
you
gonna find out.
take the first step, and your foot just goes right back down to the ground.
I should have known that was gonna happen.
Because I'm assuming you weigh well.
350.
Oh, only 350.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're only 3 to 4.
oh okay.
Does that still break the bed?
When you put your full
When
weight,
we say like I put my full weight in it and it's just like the bed is bowed underneath,
Sure.
like that really bad like.
No, because I thought Oxidons weighed a lot more.
Oh no, they're like 7 foot tall and like 300 to 400 pounds.
Okay. Yeah. So you get in and you kind of you hear this loud creaking and you like open your eyes for a second and you look as the bed is drastically closer to you.
I get up and I actually I take the pony keg and I leave the room.
Okay.
and I just go find somewhere.
I
just start wandering and find wherever I can to just get some meditation in before the morning time.
As you're wandering, you actually to your right, you don't hear anything, but then to your left, you hear loud camaraderie.
I go to the left.
As you go left, you eventually reach what looks to be this extravagant dining room, and there's no one here. But then you hear from behind it, kind of a thing, the loud camaraderie. And as you peer in through the doorway, you see the kitchen crew. They're all just kind of sitting there smoking on a pipe and drinking and all this other stuff.
Yeah. So I will go to the far corner. I'll close that door and then just go to the far corner of the dining room where it's quietest. Put the pony keg down on the table, pour it, and then I'll pull out my my pipe that I have, and just start puffing on that. And little dragons and owlbears are coming out of the smoke.
Yeah.
And then that's when I take my meditation and have my little dream about the red crystal.
Okay.
So after he leaves, I use thaumaturgy to shut the door immediately, so he can't even pull it shut. Just and then I pull out my pipe of smoke monsters, and I make small versions of him walking around the room like the SpongeBob meme, sticking his fucking head out. And
all right.
The last thing I'll do for the night is I'll make a hammock out of silk and I'll sleep in that instead of the bunk beds.
Okay.
And then Lawrence is
the kitchen staff notice that you're in there, and they hey, would you like some of this? No, you good? All right, you got it. And they
the ranger guy's own good stash or whatever he's smoking.
They go back to doing whatever, and then eventually, in your meditation, you feel it go silent in the room.
Yeah.
But you're meditating, and nothing will disturb you. So.
Okay.
And at some point in time, you all feel the warm sunlight come in through the windows of the palace walls.
And I spend more Fredzo to hide myself from the sunlight.
Slam the window shut.
And you hear a knock at your door. All right, time to wake up. Time to get out of here.
I don't wanna go.
I'm actually already down in the workshop.
Okay.
I would have woken up early.
When you get down there, you see you see the team there. And he's welcome back, my friend. Oh, how did you sleep? Sleep well?
I don't sleep, but I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's that's a pretty elf thing, I guess.
Yeah. Where's the rest of the team?
Oh, they haven't come down here yet.
Well, when they get here, let's get the show on the road.
Yep. And but this time when you look at the gnomes, they each of them has a different looking staff with them, and then they all have these backpacks that are these one-sided bags and all messenger gear.
Okay.
Yeah, messenger bags. And then eventually I assume you all wake up and comply with the guards asking for you to come down.
After a few minutes, I get out.
Stretch, and then the top bunk snaps and then lands on the bottom bunk, and then I just roll out of that.
Okay. You all follow the guards and make your way down to.
I leave my hammock for the next person.
You watch as your friend over here just kind of walks next to you, not saying anything, and you didn't even really notice that he was there. Talking about
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, I know, right?
You say that, he doesn't say anything back.
Okay then. Moving on.
And then you make your way to the elevator, you go down, you see your other compatriot kind of standing there already talking with the gnomes, shooting the shit or whatever. And Lamont is just alright, are you all ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready? You can throw whatever gear you don't want to carry in the back over here.
I'm fine with carrying everything I got.
Same here. I appreciate the offer, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I got mine stuff.
And you watch as you actually watch as Lamone takes out another crystal, shoves it into the socket, and fires up the vehicle. And you watch as Gervain like opens up the top and then jumps in, and then closes the top behind him. And you guys don't necessarily know what could be in there in this little compartment.
Does it look like there's any place up top like I could sit?
No.
It's not flat.
It is flat, but it looks like a hatch, and it looks like this hatch is the only way in and out of, aside from the back hatch. But it looks like the back hatch is a separate compartment from whatever this thing might be.
So we actually have to like walk next to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to ride on top of that bitch.
I'm fine with walking.
I give it a firm 30 feet of distance between me and it.
Yeah, more like 45, 50 feet for me. I'm walking off to the side. Actually,
I'll be on the opposite
when we
side.
begin traveling, I'm more like here's the vehicle traveling, and then I'm probably like over here on the left-hand side, scouting ahead a bit off the road, just keeping any eye out. And I always, as we're moving, I always keep an arrow knocked in my bow.
I'll be on the side opposite, so I'm behind it, keeping an eye on our.
On the
On the
back
rears.
side, yeah, that's a
I'm
good
going to
idea.
be at the front, keeping an eye out on the front. I've got pretty good passive too, so.
What sort of terrain are we traveling through?
It's going to be as far as we know, it's probably going to be forest for a while.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know if it's going to what it's going to turn into. And then Thespin also walks up to you guys and just like, here, as a little gift from the Emperor, he hands you all what appear to be potions. They are potions of greater healing.
Oh wow. Is it just one each for us?
Yeah, one each.
Alright, cool. I thank him. Hopefully we won't need to use these.
And you watch as Thespin grabs this like little rail on the side that looks like it's designed for a gnome, and he puts one foot on it, and then Plost gets on the other side and does the same thing. And they fire up. You hear all the other vehicles around you firing up, and yours goes out first. And you watch when you guys like turn and look behind, you see the other ones kind of come out and go around. And once you all leave, you kind of like look back, and all you see is like this massive opening, but then it's like a giant mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's no like every now and again you see like a window that's just in the side of the mountain, but it doesn't look like a actual like wall structure anywhere.
Interesting. Okay. So as we're traveling, I would be making like active perception checks.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to like do one now or.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
When you guys get about 150 feet away from the palace, you hear Lamone in the front be like, "All right, Gervain, you ready?" And you don't hear Gervain's response to this, and you watch as Lamone pulls one of the levers, pulls a lever that's like next to him, and you watch as the flaps open up, and then a balloon just shoots out the top, and there's a little like metal core, like a steel string, I guess you would say,
Like a ripcord or something?
like not really. It's more like cable, a steel
Braided
cable.
cable,
Yeah. Comes out along with this balloon structure and just kind of flies up into the air. And as you look at it, you see this little like glass window underneath, and you see Gervain like in this glass window, like looking down. And he's got like a piece of paper with him and what looks to be like a pen in his hand as he ascends hundreds of feet.
Can I tell what he's trying to do from this position? Give me to roll an insight.
Yeah, you give me an insight.
Where'd you go?
Drawing a map.
8.
You don't really know.
Okay,
Like when
alright.
you look at it, you're just like, that's weird.
Yeah, I've never
Can
seen
I-
anything
can I
like
make
that
a check
before.
too?
Sure.
What is this again?
Insight.
Not very high. So I probably get the same.
We all gonna do it?
I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. 12.
7.
All right. Yeah, you guys don't really know, without asking at least. What you could be doing, aside from the fact that you just watched as this balloon flies into the sky.
Yeah.
And then from the balloon, actually, you see like this metal, or this like, I guess it's metal, like metal tubing, like descend out of the thing down and back into the bin. And it also doesn't really look like it could be much of anything that you guys would know
Okay.
without asking.
All right. Well, I go back to just as I'm moving in front of the this horseless carriage. I am
Okay.
just actively looking out for anything,
And okay.
keeping an arrow knocked.
All right. Every now and again, you see like a bear and some deer
Mm-hmm.
and various things, but nothing really too much on this day.
Oh,
Let's see.
that's easy. So each pair of shoes is 10. And then that means the guys are 5. And then that means that these braces are 8.
What's all that noise?
His daughter's in that room.
Oh.
So then it's 1 shoe, which is 5. But he's wearing 2 shoes, with both armbands.
I forgot to reset the filters on that.
No shoes, no armbands, and this picture is wearing armband in either hand plus both shoes. So he is all of it together. Yeah, that's how you do it.
I didn't even recognize that. Mm-hmm.
So I guess as you all are walking, you see out in the distance what looks to be a couple like, bear-looking creatures. They don't seem to be doing anything. Like they're kind of just out in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not really. They're kind of docile, walking in your direction though. So
I don't do anything towards them, or I just as we're walking, I just walk right past them.
okay.
I wouldn't even try to like show any signs of aggression to him, or that I'm interested in him, or anything like that.
Okay.
Do we all see this, or is it just him?
Yeah, you guys, as you pass by it, you see.
How many are there?
There's about 5 or 6 of them.
Okay.
From what you like, you can't tell if like there might be more, there might be less.
Okay.
But,
Just wondering.
all right, so you guys walk right on past. Nothing has really happened, and as time goes on, sun slowly starts to go down on your day. You left bright and early in the morning, and nothing really eventful happens on the first day. You feel like you've tracked a few miles, and that's it.
I would have spent some time gathering food for the entire party.
As you like say that you're gonna go do that, and it's just like, oh, are you hungry?
Well, no, I figured everybody else would be hungry.
Oh, we brought some rations, plenty of rations.
I mean, if you want to eat that crap, or I can find you something fresh.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna go out and look for food. Since the forest is my one of my favorite terrain types. So it's an 18 to find food and stuff.
Okay. As you look around, you find some berries and wild onions, and you see a few deer. If you would like to.
Yeah, I would take a deer.
Give me an attack.
All right. I got it.
Alright.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, I definitely got it.
You obliterate the shit out of this thing.
Like right in his head. It's like
when you
headshot.
shoot the arrow, you watch as its skull fractures in half.
Yeah. And then when I walk up, I thank it for its life, and I plan on using everything that the deer is giving me. So,
That dice is really good for you today.
yeah, that's a really good die.
You
I'm
will
curious how
watch
much
as
damage
this
it
man
would've
comes
been.
out of the woods, deer on his back with two sacks full of things.
23 piercing damage it would have been.
Good
I
hunting.
didn't
Play
even.
more
I
than
didn't
you
even.
needed.
I'm a monster hunter.
Good hunting.
Huh?
Good hunting.
Of course. I walk in with the deer.
Did you bring back anything alive for the more bloodthirsty of us?
What are you talking about?
I watched you last night.
You're no fun.
I'm not as much talking about you as I am about the guy that sleep hanging from the ceiling. With his
I
red eyes
start cleaning the
glowing.
deer for the night and serve it up.
I swear I fought him and he turned
I also,
fast and flew
because
away.
it's favorite terrain too, obviously you know that I can collect more food than that we would actually need, so we'd all have plenty to eat really, really well for the night.
They set up they turn off the vehicle and they kind of take out their.
How much of the crystals left?
Before you cook the deer,
It seems
take
to
a
be
piece
like
and drain it.
Mm-hmm.
but it's
You can have the
still
heart too
there's
if you
still a
like.
little bit of red in it.
Please.
And
I'll actually
Yeah, you weren't here.
pull out my hand and I
move. That's
pull it out. And you see that my hands are actually like super sharp claws.
don't forget this deer died for you to sustain your life. And then I continue cutting.
Most things do die to sustain my life.
I thought I was
Just those things are for the system. Scrape.
That's really the definition of being.
yeah.
They are supposed to drink dead blood.
Yeah.
Next time, maim the deer. For these two.
I'm not going to deface.
And while you're carving it up, I'll say a quick prayer to the Raven Queen over top of it.
Alright, and you watch as the gnomes pull out these little chairs that they have, and
Is it the little flat chairs that have like the two legs that cross like this?
no, they actually look like normal fold-out chairs that are
They
made
got
of
lazy
wicker.
boys? Wicker chairs?
Yeah.
These guys are fucking rocking it.
No.
And they set up a fire, and then you just watch as one of them produces flame and just sends it onto the thing.
Right. I'll look at you and I'll ask, was it an easy kill in Sylvan?
You speak Sylvan?
Did you
Yes.
speak Sylvan? Good.
And,
But it's never easy taking a...
And so
Life
I
from
also
nature.
respond good.
I understand. But as long as it was a good kill, then my mother will accept it.
Not to be rude, but I don't care what your mother thinks.
I'm just letting you know what my religion is. I'm not forcing it on you.
I didn't ask to hear about it.
Well, good.
All
You're
right.
gonna hear a lot of stuff you didn't ask to hear about on this trip, my friend.
Cool. Just watch your back.
Somehow I still feel as though.
Okay.
It wouldn't be Thursday night if Bill adjusted it didn't have.
Our characters are getting along. It's just Thursday night.
That's what I said. It would be Thursday night. And slowly, like, the evening kind of winds down. There's not much going on, and then one of the gnomish men look at you all, which is like, are you all ready to go to sleep?
Yeah. I hate to ask this question, but do they have to like do watches and shit?
I mean, I'm sure that's what we're here for. Preferred, I guess, but not like required. I mean,
do you guys?
I take the first and second watch.
Okay.
I'll
take the second watch.
I'll watch with you on the first.
Okay.
I don't watch the third. How many watches are there?
4.
Four.
Normally.
So I'll watch the third and fourth then.
Okay.
You only have to sleep
Oh wait.
4 hours.
No, you're right. So the third.
Third watch.
Somebody will have to take care of the fourth.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Well, then I'll take care of the fourth if you'll take care of the first and second.
I got first and second watch.
You watch as the one gnomish man has this staff that has this little thatch-looking hut on top of it, and he pounds it on the ground, and you watch as the thatch hut like transpires away from the thing, and then turns into a full-size hut.
Mm-hmm.
And as you all step in, there's a nice little fire inside of it, and there's 8 bunks or 8 like beds kind of around.
Okay.
For you all. All right. Well, we're gonna get shy, so.
Wait. It's a 19 to stealth into one of the trees and keep watch.
You're pretty stealthy.
Okay.
What was it?
19.
Already hanging stuff on the walls.
What's she put?
Like she fucking lives here or some shit.
I think she's putting them on her.
So, as you're up in one of the trees, you watch as this, like a group of these giant spiders come crawling out, and they kind of start circling around the hut, like looking at it and like trying to figure out if they can like get inside.
Do I know if they can get inside or not?
You've never seen this magic before, so you would assume that you don't have any idea on whether or not they could or not.
Earlier, was I able to retrieve my arrow or no?
Yeah, I'd say you were when you got the beer.
Okay.
You see them like kind of button their head against it.
Do I know if they're not getting in?
You notice that like where they're at least butting their heads at kind of thing isn't really doing anything.
I just keep an arrow knocked and I just keep watching them.
Okay.
And until like if I notice that one of them starts to get into the hut, I'll fire at that one.
Okay. You notice as they kind of break off in several directions. All right. And you watch as one of them crawls up in the tree that you're in, but he doesn't see you. And you watch as he starts like spinning a web between 2 trees. The tree that you're in and the tree that's right next to it, adjacent to it.
Okay.
And you watch as the other ones kind of start doing the same thing.
How far away are they from? Are they doing it around the camp?
Yeah, they're doing it around the camp.
Okay. So the one that's closest to me, I'm going to pull an arrow, knock it, and aim at him. I'm going to say something like "You're mine," and so bonus action. He has Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and fire on him.
Go ahead.
So I have surprise on this, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't get advantage, anyways, right? I don't think so.
I think you do.
Surprise
If
gives you
it's surprise,
advantage.
it gives you advantage.
He doesn't know you're there.
Okay.
How many are there?
It's pretty
Just
good.
5 of them.
I'm also doing sharpshoot too. I think I told you I'd always be doing that.
Yeah.
So I rolled an 18 plus 7, so 25.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. 2 1s. So it's gonna be 20 piercing damage.
She wants and it's 20
hurt.
damage.
It looks really hurt.
All right, I'm gonna attack it again.
Okay.
Because I got good attack. Yeah. 14.
Right on the nose.
Ooh,
All right, that's good.
good thing.
That's still terrible. 3, 4, 22.
It's dead.
All right, cool. And then I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to the next closest one. Well, I can't do it now, but
Right.
but then free action. I'm going to yell. What watch is it? First or second watch?
First.
First
So
watch.
I'm out there with you.
Yeah, so you would have seen this too. I'll just whistle at you, and then.
And well, I'm pretty sure I probably would have saw this spider die from up in the trees.
Yeah.
You watch as it thuds to the ground. I'm trying to get you two to give me initiative.
Yeah.
Well, all right, I guess it's
Initiative.
like 12.
That dice is not giving me what I need now. 9.
The universe balances itself.
Yep, it always does.
25.
Perfectly balanced.
All right. So that would bring it to Ronaldo's turn. What would you like to do with Ronaldo?
Where are the spiders now?
You see as you still see as the 4 others are making webs around the camp. They're no more than 30 feet away from you in any direction.
Alright, and they won't be surprised anymore.
Nope.
I will. Yeah, I can't even. Has any of the spiders noticed him?
You don't have. They haven't.
Done anything?
They haven't done anything.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's not their turn.
So I'll notch the bow. I mean, notch an arrow. So if one comes near him, I'll be able to fire off.
Okay.
Let's see if he noticed him.
All right. Arrowhead.
Move my hunter's mark to the next one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fire on him.
All right.
Do I still have surprise?
No, you don't have to surprise anymore. They kind of, I guess, gave a little head turn when they watched the body of one like drop. But
Cool. That's 15.
that'll hit.
Give me some higher damage. 6, 7.
Better.
Yeah. 24.
Yeah, the one that you just shot looks really hurt.
All right. Attack it again. 14 plus 7. That'll hit.
Yep.
And that's really good. That's 9. 27 piercing.
Yep, 25 more than you needed, but it hits it, splits its,
Just
gets it right in the head, and then you watch as it curls in
Chat.
and
the chat.
falls down.
Can you see if they
And the other
bang?
3 that are remaining
Nobody's really into
start coming in your position.
Okay. They start moving towards me.
You have to start moving towards you.
How many are there?
3.
Okay. I'm gonna whistle louder, like, and see if I can.
Perception checks.
Okay.
Well, there's you guys are asleep,
It's
right?
It's
Yeah.
disadvantage if we're asleep.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
But I am proficient, so it's not awful. 13.
15.
I'll say that you both heard a whistle, at least. Whatever your reaction to a whistle is up to you. But
Okay.
so,
So should we roll initiative?
yeah, get into initiative. Or if
Nice.
are you all reacting to the whistle?
I'm not, but
Okay.
I don't know what a whistle means. There was no communication that whistle means we're under attack.
He's right.
I just assume it was a trick of the
my
wind.
head out to see where the whistle came from.
Okay.
So I got a 9.
Alright.
Initiative.
Of course, if he tells me, then I'll roll initiative.
Well, the spiders will move 30 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll move another, and then they'll dash to
Get to me.
come up next to you.
Okay, so they're all around me, basically. Okay.
And when that
I'll say that it triggers your help.
Ow.
All that damage.
Rogue crits, man.
And that'll still be sneak attack. Yes. Right next to it.
I think so.
That's 5 for the sneak attack. 32.
Yeah, you watch as it dies.
Nice.
And I was so bad.
Somebody heard me.
Alright.
So,
You hear it?
whistling at night.
That brings us to Ronaldo.
Seeing as though, so how many around now? Two?
Two remaining.
I'll fire another arrow.
Okay.
Probably not. 14. Oh no, 14.
I'll hit.
14 is just what we need.
That is good.
Did you crit with that last one? Did you roll crit?
Actually, no. If I would have been 40.
It would have been higher.
Yeah, well, it's all
Still enough.
21.
Yeah, it's looking real hurt.
I think, do I get a second one? Second attack.
You don't get extra attack as a rogue.
No, I don't think I do.
Alright.
My turn?
Okay, yep, I believe so.
Alright, well, they're up near me, right?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So, what flew?
One of them is looking
Pretty
hurt.
bad.
Yeah, one of them's looking real hurt.
Okay.
The other one's looking like it hasn't been touched.
Where I wish I was the other subclass I was thinking about taking. Where I'm able to Misty Step away. Everything's all concentration too. That's what sucks. That's whatever. So I'm gonna bonus action move Hunter's Mark to one of them that are near me. I'm gonna actually drop my bow. Actually, no, I'm not gonna drop my bow. I'm gonna continue to try to climb up higher into the tree.
Okay.
So they can take their opportunity attacks if they want.
Attempts to bite you. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
That'll be 7 piercing, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Poison.
That's a 7. I'm gonna stop rolling that die because it's rolling 4s.
You'll
It keeps
take,
rolling 4s.
9 poison damage.
Okay.
And that's it. And give me a concentration check.
Oh yeah. 13. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, and then 18 for the other one. Will hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
For the spider. So that'll be 7 piercing. And I need another Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's 22.
Yeah, that'll pass.
Okay. And then another con save. Yeah. That's 16.
Yep.
So I still have Hunter's Mark up. So climb up as high as I can get. I don't know how far that is, but
Okay, yeah, you get another like.
So the one that's hurt, I imagine that's probably the one I Hunter's marked. I didn't specify which one it was.
Okay, that's I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, it would have been the hurt one, is what I would have done.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fire one arrow at him. Natural 20.
Jeez.
He's dead.
Do
we want to do like crit fumbles and stuff?
I didn't have the table up,
If you
so
want to pull it up.
see, look at that, ones. That's,
All your d6s, man.
yeah, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that would have been a good amount of damage.
Well, you have 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit the other one then.
Okay.
As your second attack.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 22 to hit him.
That'll hit.
Okay. 22 piercing damage on that one.
He's looking really hurt.
Okay. And that's it.
When you poked your head out, you saw spiders going up a tree. You see your comrade now, like, standing at the very top of it, kind of a thing.
He's like basically on top of the tree, just standing there, like.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like Legolas.
Alright, well,
Is there anything that you would do?
I am, if I look out, how far away is this?
It's about 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet away. And how far away are you from the bottom of the tree?
Probably about 30 feet from the tree.
Okay, good. How many spiders are left in the tree? One?
He's looking real hurt.
Okay, so I will reach inside my jacket and pull out this black onyx sword with my trunk, and I will look out at the spider, and I'll measure out mentally about 20 feet away, so it's just in the outside of the sphere, right?
Okay.
And I will concentrate, and a dark ball will form at a point that I choose, and then it will erupt into a large 20-foot sphere and then implode on itself and drain the life out of every creature that's inside of it. So I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Were you encompassing?
No, I made it so.
To get as far
I was,
from.
yeah, I was making it
It
so
was
it's
right
just
at the edge of
spider.
the sphere.
And give a what?
Dex save. DC 16.
16.
Oh, wither leech.
Oh, you got that too.
Oh yeah.
It's a good
So
spell.
it takes half of 6d6.
He's dead.
Not the best. 8.
He had 4 hit points left. He's dead.
Yeah. 12. 13. 18.
That
Half of
was
18.
14 more than you needed.
Yeah.
Or that would have been 5 more than you needed.
Yeah. So I just then I take the orb and put it back in my pocket and go, I think I got it.
All right.
What was going on out here?
And when it dies,
You regain non-existence.
it
Lost
kills
points.
it kills all the plants in that 20-foot sphere,
So the tree
and
died.
it turns
It turns
It's
the spider
well no
into
because the
dust.
tree I just put the spider in it.
So you watch as the tree that you were standing in, along with the other trees within a 20-foot radius of this thing, suddenly wilted and died. Give me a dex save.
No, I made it so it just hit the spider, not
You see, it hit the spider,
But
but
it
also
also
got
got
the
the
branches
Yeah.
of this tree.
26.
26. That's good. As you fall out of the tree because
Catch yourself.
the branches you were holding onto suddenly
Wilted
wilt
away.
and break off.
Yeah.
and then the spider just turns. The only thing that's left of the spider is bones.
It doesn't have bones though.
Then it's
It has an
dust.
exoskeleton.
You
Yeah.
see,
Then it's just dust.
You see, as there's just like a shell laying there that looks like a spider. That's all shriveled up.
Hell of a watch. Weird spiders though.
And then I'll tuck back in and be like, you don't want to go out there. It wouldn't be a good idea for you to see what just happened, so...
Who are you talking to? I'm
You.
asleep.
Oh, no, okay.
I'm gonna start trying to retrieve arrows.
Okay.
How many can I
You
retrieve?
go over to comfort me because
I walk by
How
and
many
I
arrows did you fire?
6.
And then I just tuck the orb back into my chest.
You managed to get 3 of your arrows back.
Okay.
And I'll try to pull 2 that I have out there from the spiders.
You gonna pull up the
You
spider?
get both.
he wouldn't have cared anyways.
No.
Was that magic your responsibility?
Huh?
Was that magic your responsibility? Whatever killed these plants?
No, but the I guess what are you gonna look it up?
Yeah, but I don't roll to see if you saw me. I just stuck my head out the door.
Yeah, you weren't looking in his direction anyways.
That's
You
pretty good.
probably wouldn't even have been able to. Passive. If
Yeah.
you weren't actively
he
looking,
has a
it
really
would
high
be.
passive.
19 is
Well,
my
what's your
passive.
your passive's 19?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw me then. Cause I just stuck my head out the door and went,
Yeah, it was the long trunk thing.
Okay.
You guys know what Luxodons are, they exist in this world.
I know.
Okay.
I retrieve my arrows and continue my watch through the next 3
hours,
hours,
did
3-4 hours.
Any of their web at all?
Yeah, I mean they constructed their web around, but
I'll take
like the two of them constructed, or 3 of them made.
It's like Spider-Man's web. It dissolves
Good
after an
webs,
hour.
but
I'm trying to take a part of it just to see if anybody notices anything.
You're gonna take that and
so you put your hand in the web.
you take 300 necrotic damage.
Alright.
Give me an athletics check to not be
Yeah,
grappled by it.
just try to grab a piece of it.
No, as soon as you touch it, and you go to pull back, I need an athletics check.
Okay.
You grab some spider silk.
The spider silk grabs you.
You grab some spider silk and a stick and make a fucking bow out
Pull
of it.
back, and your hand is stuck on it as you try to rip it away.
You're Jim Carrey in one of those movies where you get stuck to something.
You're gonna continue to try to pry yourself free.
My character would be great for this. He doesn't get stuck in webs.
You're like, why do you need spider silk? Here.
I don't know. But I'll be able to see. Well, we're trying to whistle to see if we get some help. Try to cut this. Because my rapier only does.
You whistle. You have a high passive, yeah?
Yeah.
It's
It's 18 perception passive. Yeah.
It's like a long.
You
low whistle.
you hear the whistle, and as you like look over, you see him like trying to pull his hand.
Whistle is getting more and more frantic.
And
And
then
roll them.
at the web. Basically, like, trying to just like right
Go
through.
for it. Yeah.
That's a called shot, and take 5
It's
away.
not called shot. 17.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It passes right through the web
You
and
watch
there's a hole in it.
You watch as the one side on your hand splits, but the other one is still kind of like it's still stuck to the tree.
I'm gonna roll again.
Okay.
22 or 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. And you watch as
21.
another arrow flies just past your ear and slices off the other web, and your hand is now free. And that's what it looks like. Yeah.
You've
There's a
got
hand
silk on
Yeah,
your
his web
hand.
right here, and it has like little tendrils of the web floating off on you.
And then I continue my climb back up one of the other trees so I can keep a watch.
which hand?
There's just a fucking...
The hand does not have to.
Are you sure?
He flicks him off with the hand that has the web on and he gets stuck like this.
So the first thing, or the first watch reaches its end. Nothing else happens for your watch. The second watch begins, and you hear like of a passing owl and crickets chirping and stuff like that, and you slowly see like but other than that, you don't really.
Okay.
Nothing really happens.
All right.
And now, would you like? Are you heading to the hut?
Yeah. So as my watch is ending, I come down and I think you said you were third watch. So I'm gonna wake up the weird dude with the lobster hands,
Okay.
and I'm gonna wake him up and be like,
Were
"You're
you
up."
say the cloaca hands?
And no, I said the lobster hands.
You started saying something.
So do we know what you are?
Not really. I'm clearly not human because you guys have, or at least he's noticed that I have like chitinous clawed hands.
Well, seeing as while I'll go on the side with you guys, do you know what this is? Anything weird about this web?
Aren't you asleep by now?
Yeah,
No.
you would have went to sleep.
Yeah, you should have been asleep.
Then stay up for the second watch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll wake him up and then I just shake him awake. I'm like, "You're up," and then I just walk away. But before I come in, can I retrieve at least see if I can retrieve the arrows that I shot through the web for him?
Yeah. You go over and you look at your arrows and you manage to pull one just out of the soft dirt, but you see as another one kind of like hit a rock after it passed by the web.
That's fine.
The arrowhead broke
So,
off.
and then after I do that, I'll wake him up and then go to one of the corners and I'll just begin my meditation for the rest of the night.
Anything I should know about?
Nope, you're good.
All right.
Or actually, no, that's dumb. I wouldn't have done that. I tell you, there were some spider attacks early in the night.
You don't say.
yeah, we killed them, and shouldn't have to worry about them.
All right.
And then I say, if you need help, just whistle.
Okay.
The better question
Weird
is,
signal.
can you whistle?
And then
find out.
go back to meditating.
You go back to meditating. You
Yeah.
take a bunk or however you sleep as a half vampire.
Yeah.
Do I notice his hand covered in silk?
Yeah.
Make a check for it. Okay.
No, I'd say that you can like kind of sense it. Like you.
Yeah, I was going to smell the air.
I'll
Doesn't smell
scoop
like your
the
brand.
silk off of his hand.
Okay. Your hand actually like kind of pulls with it, but he manages to like chunk it off, and there's like just little pieces remaining now on like the palm.
Does it wake him up?
I don't know.
Oh,
He was asleep at the time.
what's your passive?
19.
You like you look over as you see like your compatriot like scraping at your hand. And he's pulling the web off successfully, like you can see it, but
I'm sorry, do you want it on your hand?
No, but how are you able to take it off so easily?
What did you use this
Call it a gift.
and then you just see more like kind of it's still kind of stuck there, but he managed to get a majority of it off.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's anything special about this web.
Can I make a check against that, I guess? What would you call that?
Make a-
Nature?
Give me a
Nature.
nature check at advantage because you are a.
Okay.
Make a butt juice check.
I think it's 18. Yeah, 18.
Okay. You know that like with giant spiders, like their webs are a little more resilient than just your common
Okay.
spider. So like if you were to put your hand in it, it will most likely like you'll stick to it.
Right.
So
Don't worry about it. It's just a common spider.
it'll you know that like the web will most likely like dissolve / float away if you were to run water over it.
Okay. I will go up into a tree, one that's not desiccated, and I create myself a little swing out of silk and just sit up there, sort of swaying back and forth, watching over the.
Yes.
There's just a fucking hole in the middle of the sky.
Also-
of trees.
Also, as you're looking out, you're actually watching as these trees are slowly like curling down because of like the fact that they died so quickly and they didn't have like age. So they still have like their resilient like water structure networks inside of them. So now they're just curling on themselves.
Nice.
Or trees.
And you stay up for your hour, 30 minutes to an hour, keeping your watch. And
It's usually 2-hour watch.
oh yeah. You stay up for your 2 hours and you don't see anything.
Okay. I'll wake up. I think it's the Luxodon.
Yeah, Zeke.
I'll wake up Zeke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up?
Your turn.
Okay. So I'll walk out. I'll look around. And I'll see the hole I left in the skyline and go. Oh.
Well, you see now they're completely like curled in. Like the top of the tree is now touching the bottom of the tree. And
Sometimes you give me the weirdest shit to use, Mom. And I'll just go and like lean up against a tree on the ground.
And as you are doing this, you hear in the distance coming your way. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, it's a monkey. I thought you were doing a dog for a hot minute.
No.
Okay.
And you hear pounding and stomping as. And then you see coming out of the trees 6 giant apes.
6? Ooh. How close together are they? Are they within 20-foot radius?
Could you wilt them?
They're a little bit more spread out. Like there's one that was bigger than the bunch in front, and then there's kind of like these other apes kind of behind them.
Okay.
And you watch as they like approach They don't even approach you. They like hardly even notice that you're like just standing there, and they like go over to the cart, and you watch as the one in front points at it, and like the other ones come around the cart and they start beating on it.
Okay, I will go over and stand in the middle of the cart and cast anti-life shell.
So you're just gonna walk right through them and then.
Yeah. Push them all 10 feet away.
Okay.
Can you pass through them? Is there enough room for him
If you step on the front of the cart and then kind of walk up,
okay.
you could. But it's like the metal box part is what they're pounding on right now.
Yeah.
So you like kind of take steps on top of the vehicle.
And as I'm going up there, we're like, hey guys.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure we would hear
passes
the
are all right,
pounding.
and you hear them pounding on it, but you watch as the gnomes are just like, oh my god.
They're you.
Yeah.
And
So I woke out anti-life shell.
okay, so what does that do?
A shimmering barrier extends 10-foot radius and moves with me, remaining centered on me, and hedging out creatures other than undead or constructs. The barrier lasts for the duration.
So he could have cast it and then walked along with the cart if he wanted to.
Push them away. Then it just pushes them away. The barrier prevents an affected creature from passing or reaching through. An affected creature can cast spells or make attacks with range or reach weapons through the barrier, but they cannot actually come up to me.
Except for
So you watch,
Except for undead constructs.
you actually watch as soon as you push them all away, and they take kind of taken back by it a little bit. The leader of them kind of and then they just walk off. They kind of just stop giving a fuck at that point. They're just like, guess we're not getting whatever's in there, so let's leave. And the rest of the night passes uneventfully.
Okay.
I guess I could have gotten them.
Good use of that spell, though. That was like a perfect situation for it.
Take a long rest.
And then in the morning, you all wake up. The one who has the hut up steps out. Whoever's sleeping on a cot kind of falls to the ground when he steps out of the hut because it all just disappears.
Alright.
Could have given me some warning.
There was
Oh, my bad.
There was,
I do apologize.
You wanna take a break?
yeah. You ready?
Yeah, we can take a break. Alright, guys. We'll be right back. Enjoy your break as much as we're going to enjoy our break.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Eat a sticker.
Well, that's it for our Red Dead Redemption 2 podcast.
Get back.
Hey, welcome.
Boogada.
Thank you for joining us again after that lovely, however many minute break.
15 minutes.
15
About 15 minutes. 15-minute break's always nice.
So let's get back into this thing. Everybody, you just woke up from your nice, relaxing nap. Things could have gone much more poorly in that last watch, but luckily someone scared away all the giant apes, and now we're on the road again.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
We're gonna start off by fast tracking a little bit.
Yeah, that's
because it takes a few weeks travel to get where you all are probably going, as far as you know. I'd say about 7 days into your trip, and this is about like. So I run off of the 10-day week, like they do in.
Everybody pretty much does that, I think, for the most part.
And so about 7 days passes by, and you start to like look at the wildlife that's around here, like the trees and plants mostly, and you see that they all have like a faint reddish like glow to them.
That's like the 8th 4 I've rolled with this. That die is getting retired.
You're still in the forest, right?
8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12, 13, 14. So 15 on my nature check.
Okay. When you look at it, you don't know what could be
Causing it. But it does it seem like it
seems,
like these plants should look like this, or no?
No, they look like the plants you just saw like yesterday.
Yeah.
But now they got this kind of like
unnatural red hue to them.
It's not a hue, but it's more like when you look at the kind of like the water veins of the plants.
Yeah.
Like the tree's bark lines are kind of like glowing red because that's where the water would transpire up the tree.
Okay.
It's kind of like the plants and animals from the Stephen King movie, where they're out in the woods during the wintertime. The things have like little red patches on them.
Are you talking about Dreamcatcher?
Yeah. It's kind of like that.
I haven't seen that.
It's good.
But I don't know how I know you're talking about that.
I was like,
think of it. I know
you've never seen it.
Yeah.
But you knew
I've heard
exactly
it,
what
yeah.
it was?
Good movie.
Is it safe to assume that this is some kind of magical effect? Can I make a check for that? Or
Sure. Give me just a nature check.
okay.
Just a name.
16.
Looking at it, you can kind of discern that, like, you could believe that this could be magical. You definitely know it's out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And as you all trek on for a few more days, you see it like it's more and more vibrant each day. Like sometimes it looks like it's just at the base of the trees when you guys were entering, but now it's like running up and even taking through the leaves and making up the veins of the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as like a leaf kind of like falls off and like moves to the ground, and it still stays glowing this vibrant red color. And the gnomes don't know what could be or what it is. They kind of have like their suspicions that it could be something magical in nature.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of jotting on their maps. All they've said is red trees start here.
Okay.
And like that's their.
Just a side note, what sort of supplies did the gnomes pack?
It mostly just seems like cartography tools.
Okay.
And like you see as Gervain up in the air kind of has like a telescope trying to get like a finer look around, but
okay. They didn't pack any like arrows or ammunition or anything like that.
they didn't pack any of that kind of stuff.
I figured. All right.
Are there any dead animals at all?
You guys haven't seen any animals for a little while, not since entering like this area.
Plants, but just.
Right, but you haven't seen
Just
dead
what's your
animals.
character's name again?
Aravan.
Aravan. What do you make of this vein of glowing red in these trees? You're the tree guy, right?
I'm not a druid.
Well, I get.
I mean,
you're totally like not one with the forest, but like you're a forest dude, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't look natural to me. I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know. I'm just uncomfortable with this.
Seems like it's taking over the forest.
I could use a drink.
Do we have any liquor?
You all, I mean, whatever alcohol you brought with you.
I didn't bring any with me.
You actually, as you ask if they have any alcohol, you actually watch as one of the gnomes like reaches out his like little like it looks just like a canteen kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, here, take a swig of that. I'm like, you drink it, it's alcohol.
Okay.
Roll Constitution saving.
And I'll hand it back to him.
Alright. And that's it. He's just like, would you like a cup, like a flagon with it?
No, that's fine. I just need something to take the edge off.
And as you all are continuing, you see, you start to hear like slithering, like you watch as like snakes kind of start making their way along the ground. These snakes glowing a bright, vibrant red color.
Dinner has arrived.
And these are the first animals we've seen.
Yeah, these are the first ones that you guys have kind of seen.
I'm
Since
not.
16 nature check on these
Oh, I
snakes.
wasn't.
You when you look at them, you can assume that they're probably impacted by whatever is affecting.
Can I tell what type of snakes these are? Are they poisonous or not? Or venomous, I should say?
I typed it wrong.
Something like this.
Yeah, you recognize their triangular heads to be of the poisonous variety.
Okay.
As they slither closer, one is going to.
Oh, I'm not gonna let them get anywhere near us.
I would say that I would notch an arrow in case they attack.
Okay, well they're approaching.
Okay.
They were approaching us, or I thought they were just slithering.
No, they're slithering towards you all.
Oh, if they're slithering
I
toward
take
us.
out a dagger with a ruby and laid into the pommel. I cut my hand, and I create spears of blood, which I will hurl at the nearest snake.
Yeah, I'm.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. So before all this, would you let me do something too?
Yes, I'll let you.
I would basically.
Did you say you always have an arrow knocked? So.
Yeah. I would have climbed up higher onto the cart, or the horseless carriage that's
Okay,
moving.
Well, so currently the opening, it's open
Yeah.
at the top. So, you climb on, but it's you're kind of balancing yourself as you're standing on there.
Yeah. You want me to roll a dex to balance myself up there, or
Sure. Acrobatics.
acrobatics? How am I not proficient in acrobatics?
Because you didn't select it.
That's annoying.
You fall.
I fall off.
Well, so you don't fall off, but as you're standing up there, you feel like you can't get your balance
Okay.
no matter what you're doing.
Yeah. I don't know. What the fuck?
So yeah, initiative. Caravan.
Wow.
Turkey.
The world has balanced itself. 9.
Block.
20.
Zeke.
11.
Ronaldo.
13. Is it Vlad?
Blood.
Okay.
Definitely the sound.
Well, you shall be starting us off. So go ahead with whatever attack you would like to make.
Okay. That's a nat 1. And 17 for the second one.
That'll hit.
Okay. 1 magical piercing damage.
As it stabs into the snake kind of shrugs it off and just keeps going. It doesn't look like it Does it hurt all that bad?
And then, as a bonus action, I'll use a 4th level spell slot to cast Armor of Agathis, but instead of ice, it's blood that seeps out of my hand and around my body into like an armor.
Okay.
And then I'll run up to the near snake.
Okay. Let's see. So now the snakes will approach all of you. There's 8 of them, so 2 for each. Airvan, will a 9 hit you?
No.
23.
Yes.
You will take 13 fire damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
18.
That's good. Will I assume a 10 will miss?
That will miss.
16.
16 is just what we need.
Okay, so it'll deal, or I guess it'll deal to the armor because of armor Magnus. So it'll deal what did I say? 13 fire? Right, that's what I gave you, Justin?
What's that?
13 fire?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have that jotted down.
And
I need a Constitution save.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it will take 13.
Yep, I was about to get to it. Constitution 17 plus 8. So 25.
That's good. Will a 22 hit you, Zeke?
Yes.
That'll be 13 fire and I need a Constitution save.
And it's not 13 damage, it's 20.
Okay, right. It's looking real hurt.
Are these tiny snakes, or what size are they?
Yeah, no, there's no tiny snakes.
Okay.
And armor. Oh, sorry. Armor of Agathis would normally be cold, but if you want to rule that that's necrotic or something because of the way I'm
Sure.
flavoring it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't matter either way for these at least. And natural 20
For me?
against Zeke.
oh, you motherfucker!
I told you there's 2 on everyone.
I thought we were done with it.
No. So that'll be
Now we should pull up Crit Fumble.
26 fire damage and a con save.
Double the con save.
16.
You're good.
You said 26?
Yep. Will a 23 hit you, Ronaldo?
Yes, it will.
That'll be 13 fire and a con save.
Yeah, that's 8. Wait, no. Sorry. Yeah, 8.
You take 5 poison damage.
So 18 altogether?
Yep. And will a 20 hit you, Ronaldo?
Yes.
That's another 13 fire and I need another con save.
Uh, 14.
You're good.
I'll uncanny dodge. That'll be what? 6?
Yeah. And that brings us to Ronaldo.
Okay.
I will stab one of the oh, my ready action was supposed to go off. Remember? I'll stab one of the ones that bit me.
Okay.
Here for a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Uh, 9 piercing.
Yep.
And
Is that it?
that's all I'll do.
Okay. Zeke.
Alright, quick question. So, is there a difference between a melee spell attack and a melee attack?
Yes, the melee spell attack uses your spell attack.
I get that.
Oh, okay.
I have something that triggers if I make a melee attack. And
I
I
would
have a
still-
spell that does a melee spell attack.
I would still consider that a melee attack. A melee attack just means 5 foot range.
That's all I want to make sure.
Or whatever your reach is.
I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Vampire touch you.
And then I'm going to boot one of these snakes in the nose.
Boop is smooth.
That's a 27 to hit.
I'll hit.
Okay. So he will take 3d6. That's correct. That was less. Alright, so he will take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Plus, I'm going to channel divinity and do an additional 23 points on top of that of necrotic damage. So that's what? 32. And I will regain half of that back.
Can you give me an X-ray?
Mm-hmm. 17.
That'll pass. You will take 5 points of fire damage as the snake explodes when you kill it.
I don't want to throw.
Okay. So I healed 16 and then I take 5 damage. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I could channel divinity like that, because when you make a melee attack, you could channel divinity and do an extra 23 points of necrotic damage. And I gain back half of whatever I deal in necrotic damage.
Here.
So I'm gonna step back 35 feet.
Okay. 17.
Right on the money.
That'll be 13 fire, and then I get concert.
8.
For your concert, that'll be 5 poison.
5 poison damage. Okay.
And that one missed. So
Okay.
go ahead with your turn.
All right. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to hold out my bow, and then I'm gonna run. I'm gonna hold it out like this. I'm gonna run my hand across this, and I'm gonna call forth the power of the storm, and then my bow lights up with like faint bolts of lightning on it, and then I take out an arrow and I go to shoot the one that hit me.
Okay.
Wow. I'm not sharpshooting this, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. Sorry. 15. That'll hit? Okay. So when the arrow flies, as soon as it leaves my bow, it turns into a lightning bolt. And it hits the one that I hit. So it's going to be 4d8 lightning damage. So 10, 16 lightning damage to that one, and then I need the one next to it to give me a dexterity saving throw.
It fails.
So he's going to take 2d8 lightning damage. 8 lightning damage to that one. And then I'm going to make a second attack, the same thing. He's basically turned into a lightning bolt, but I'm hitting the... actually, I'll hit the same one that I hit the first time. 16 plus 12, so that's a lot. Ooh, nice. 15, 16, 19, 20, 23 lightning damage to that one.
Yeah, you watch as it dies, and it pops, and you watch as it bursts.
Okay. And then the other one needs to make another deck save, please.
Okay. 8. I'm assuming
That fails, yeah. And then he's gonna take 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay. You watch the other one also.
Oh, that one blows up too?
Yep. I'm taking.
Alright, cool.
I'm taking the 11 points of fire damage dealt by the other one explode.
Okay.
So.
And that's my turn.
Alright. That brings us to Vlad.
Okay. I am going to.
I don't care.
How are they looking? They look barely injured, right?
I like the lightning arrows.
I think those are huge.
Because I hit for like 1 damage, and I think.
Yeah, but then your armor.
That's true.
So one of them
The
is.
ammunition that you shoot with the bow.
Okay.
One of them's looking pretty hurt.
Okay. I'm going to back away from them then.
Okay. So they will take their opportunities.
So anything within 10 feet of it.
23 to hit you.
That will hit.
That'll be 13 fire and I get a con save.
Okay. Yep, that one will take 20. 17 plus 8 again, 25 for my con save. You said 13 fire, right?
Yep. And can I get a dexterity saving throw from you?
Pretty low. 2 plus 3, I think. So 5.
You will take 10 points of fire damage as it explodes.
Okay. 10 points of damage. Okay.
The other one missed you.
Yeah. Well, shit. I guess I'm going back in. So I'll run in and I'll take my claws and I'll sink it into the side of the creature.
Okay.
So I need to make an attack roll for it. 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. It's going to take. Where is it? 2d8. It takes 12 necrotic damage as I leech out the blood from it and convert it into a spell slot for myself.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw?
Holy
That's overpowered.
12.
Beat that.
You will take
Yeah. That'd be a great warlock ability.
5 fire damage.
Overpowered ability.
And,
Jesus Christ.
Whatever spell you cast in the spell slot does an extra 1d6 of fire damage.
Okay.
So drop that down somewhere.
Well, I'm going to use my reaction immediately to cast Cure Wounds on myself, so.
So you do 1d8.
I guess so. I guess so. 12 plus my spellcasting is 17 and a d8 to myself.
It's a d6. I'm like doing a damage roll.
Okay.
Doing it that way. But if
I
that's the
heal-
spell slot that you
On your
use,
next attack spell.
I have the option to use a reaction to cast Cure Wounds on myself with the spell slot.
Okay.
So I heal for a bit.
So overpowered.
I'm a blood mage.
That's ridiculous.
It is a bit overpowered though.
It is.
Snake's turn. So I think there's 1 remaining on.
I can only do it so many times though, so there's that.
There's still 2 on you? Okay.
There's definitely only 1 on me. I drained the life force out of the other one.
18 to hit you, Ronaldo.
Yes.
You take 13 fire, and I get con save.
Hey, 20.
That's good.
Can I dodge it though?
Okay. And then 23 to hit you, so that'll be another 13 fire. And I need a con save.
That's an 11.
That's good.
Love
You're
this
good.
song. I fucking love Coco. It's such a good movie.
I have not watched it.
And that brings us to Ronaldo's turn.
That's what your character sounds like. The Flonase bee. Like a bad Antonio Banderas.
How's that one?
Thought that was Antonio Banderas.
It is.
25.
Nesme. The Nesme bee. Coming to help clear your senses. Yes.
7.
I don't have TV, so I don't know that commercial, honestly.
For my wings, it doesn't say it was an action, a bonus action.
Yeah, it is.
What is it?
You have wings?
Bonus action.
No.
Oh, well, it should.
Okay. Then I'll bonus action to strip him from my back to try to fly away.
Okay, as you fly away. That'll be a 22 to hit you.
Yep.
13 fire.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, I misread that.
That's 9.
How many hit points did the creature have?
55.
How many hit points did the creature have when I attacked it?
Not much. It was weak.
How much exactly?
Oh, so
Is this another overpowered ability that you have?
It's actually the weakness of this overpowered ability.
Oh,
it
okay.
I think it had 12 hit points left when you.
Okay, and I did 16, so
Yeah.
the remaining 4 I drained from myself.
Wow, that's a thing. And 23 to hit you.
Basically, I can use my own hit points to fuel my abilities, but if I attack something, I can use their hit points.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Not bad.
And that'll bring us to Zeke's turn.
Yes. I'm down on the ground bleeding out.
You're
down
dying?
on the ground, bleeding out.
Yeah. As I try to fly away from them attacking me.
Oh. How many did you have attacking you?
2.
Okay.
Okay.
You still have one on you?
I have one on me, but are there 2 within 5 feet of each other on him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will cast Chill Touch on both of them.
Okay.
As a death cleric, I can, as long as 2 things are within 5 feet of them of each other, I can cast 2 necrotic spells on 2 different targets. So, does an 11 hit?
Miss.
Okay, so then the natural 1 I roll probably won't hit either.
Not really.
Let's check out the crit fumble table now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We haven't pulled it out tonight, so.
Well, that was a waste of an action. Bonus action, I will 3rd level healing word you.
Are there any negative effects to that?
No, why would that be?
Does your class say that you take any negative effects from getting?
No,
hit?
but I mean, I know he
Oh.
did some of it, but I don't know if he finished it out.
No, I'm gonna say no because your half gives you the.
The fact that you're half
vampire gives you the.
You get 10 hit points back.
You're not necessarily
Are
an
you able to-
undead nature.
not
you're
bloody?
just,
No, I'm not bloody.
Yeah, you get 10 hit points back. And I can't use my vampire touch because I already used an action.
Is that it?
That's what I got.
Everman. Alright, 3 snakes remain.
So the 2 on him, I'm gonna. I still have my lightning arrow spell up, concentrating on it.
Okay.
So when I fire, I take out another arrow, fire it at one of the snakes near him.
Okay.
It turns into a lightning bolt as soon as it leaves and hits him. So
Are you
again,
hitting the more hurt one or the
I'm hitting the less hurt one.
lesser?
Yeah. So this is obviously I'm not using sharpshooter for this. Wow.
Ooh.
That's a natural 1, so that misses. So I take out another arrow and I try to shoot him again.
Okay.
That'll definitely hit it. That's an 18 plus 12.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then everything within 10 feet of him, I need to make dex saving throws. So that includes you. So it took 15 lightning damage.
Okay.
And then the other one did, what did it roll?
19.
That passes. And then what do you roll? You pass 2. So that's good because that's a really high damage roll for you. 13, so half is 6. So 6 lightning damage you take.
If not, but I can uncanny dodge it.
Dodge this turn.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so it's 6 lightning and you take 6 lightning.
Yep. And Lawrence, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
18.
18, that'll pass. So you'll take 4 fire damage.
Exactly what you needed.
And you notice. Wait, did you go down?
Right now. 6 and 4.
So everybody else notices that I knew that he was going to get hit, and I didn't care.
Right.
That is like, oh well.
And how much did you deal to the first snake?
I don't remember. It was 15. It was 15 lightning damage to the first one.
And the other one will also explode.
And just a heads up to my when the arrows after they hit, they turn into normal arrows. So if they're exploding and anything happens to my arrows, that you let me know if I can recover them or not after combat. But
okay. So that's an automatic fail for.
You only brought 20 arrows, did you?
yeah, I should have brought. I thought about bringing more, but
As you see, my life is about to go.
how was that?
Bleeding out on the floor.
I love that movie too.
It's a good movie.
I know, it's so good.
Out of the woods.
Into the woods.
That's a good movie too.
Into the woods.
I don't like this anymore.
You watch
And the creepy wolf.
as a much larger snake
Motherfucker.
Words.
slithering out from the same spot that they came out of.
Okay.
The woods.
Alright, that's fine. Fuck them.
Fuck him. He's red too. This bitch is gonna pop and blow us all to hell.
He's huge. He's big and very red.
Is he Anaconda from the movie Anaconda?
No, I won't say that.
Are you Anaconda?
Are you Anaconda from the movie Anaconda? Like that?
So that'll bring us to Vlad's turn.
Okay. You're down?
Yes.
Okay. I will rush over to you and cast.
Drink your blood.
I will cast
Spider
blood,
drinking a vampire.
I will cast Blood Bridge at 4th level
What?
to donate
Justin.
1, 2.
Hang on.
So 13 plus 6 is 19 plus my spell casting is. I will donate 24 of my hit points to you.
Wow, thank you.
Save me from doing it.
Oh man, I haven't been using that.
Yeah.
I could be using
And
that
that's my turn.
on top of, because it's basically like a free hunter's mark.
So the blood flows out of me and into your veins, and I just start
Because I don't have to
healing your
concentrate
body.
on it at all.
That's what I did to that
see
guy in the
the,
ball.
Zeke, will
Eyes
a
in
19
that
hit you?
Yes.
That'll be 13 fire damage.
See them reopen.
And a con save.
That's 22.
That'll pass.
Okay.
And then the larger snake will slither up to the 3 guys that are kind of near each other.
Motherfucker. Oh, the gnomes?
You 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm away from the party.
I was away from y'all. I didn't run up to him.
How's your healing?
Healing word.
Oh, yeah, healing.
I did it from a distance.
Oh, yeah, healing.
Log will 16 hit you.
Just barely.
That'll be 18 points fire damage.
Okay.
I'm going to negate that, actually. He doesn't
How?
take any of it.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't have it.
I was like, I didn't know you could
I was
do
waiting
that.
for somebody to call bullshit on it.
I know what you can do.
It's a homebrew class I have. He has an ability to call out no damage on whatever I want, whenever I want. There's no cooldown for it either, so. Just
You
kidding.
see, the answer would have been cutting words me again.
The hunters cutting words.
Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't using Slayer's Prey.
Because I was, well, I didn't think about it. I wasn't, this is my first time playing a ranger, so.
Well, it's a bonus
Is that a
action
con
at the
save?
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And then
know.
after that, it stays on that person.
25 again.
Yeah.
So it's a free hunter's mark.
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, it's only the first attack.
in each round.
Yeah,
And
that's the same thing as Hunter.
Ronaldo.
So there's still one snake around me? What did that one do?
No, both of the snakes are dead. There's one on him and then the giant one.
They blew up and started hurting you with their explosions.
The giant one, however, is right next to you because he's right
Okay.
next to you.
I'll take this down. I'll take this down.
Okay. Go for it.
Do it. Oh, that's another nat 20. That's another nat
Also,
20.
some of the pocket.
Yes, I won't forget this time.
Kill.
Do it.
Kill him.
Kill him.
All two.
What?
Trying to figure out what I'm going to do on my next turn. Do I let go of Vampire Touch and cast Cloud Kill, or...
Doesn't that kill everybody in the cloud?
No!
No, of course not.
It just does 5d8 worth of damage if you can't pass a concert. And it's only a 20-foot radius.
Only.
Do I do Weather Leech and get some of my hit points?
44.
Hopefully you don't die.
What did you die? That's my next cleric, Mr. Chow.
I
Oh, you
know
fuck
two
me.
death saves.
How the fuck are you?
I don't think you're allowed to play a character like that.
No, that's you. You didn't do that.
Yeah, but it wasn't on stream.
That was on stream. I don't care. Let the CHAAC
12.
come after me.
You'll take 20 points of fire damage. You'll take 40.
40?
As you watch as the snake goes.
Alright, I'll try to evasion that.
So I'll cut it down to 20.
Yeah.
So.
Still up.
Ow. Is it dead or did
It died.
Okay.
Yeah, he killed it with his.
The big
Okay.
snake?
Yeah, he killed the big snake.
Okay.
I didn't give it too many hit points.
Ow.
And
And I will.
So,
and
you see me tucking up
I was
a 300.
hide afterwards.
You see me tucking a 300 gold diamond back inside my jacket?
You're like, no, he's okay. He's okay. He's not dead yet.
29.
He's not dead yet.
yeah.
Be
And
like, Zeke, Mom would be pissed if I did this. Is there still a snake on
there's
me?
one snake on you.
I boop it on the nose with vampire touch.
Boop it, snoot.
There's a 22 hit.
Yep.
Alright, it takes 3d6. Wow, that sucked. That is
All ones?
A 4 and 2 ones. That's 6 necrotic damage. Did it?
I didn't miss it.
Okay. That's 11.
You'll take 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. And I'll regain 3 hit points. So would you say 9? So I'll take 9 damage.
Okay. Yeah. There's no more red snakes.
I'm gonna start walking around the small battlefield and start looking for any arrows that may still be good.
Whatever you're rolling, roll at disadvantage because shit was blowing up.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
You find 4.
Oh, really?
So you must have like skimmed them and it just kept skipping off.
Yes, I don't know. Pretty good though. Probably. I'll take it though. Hey, DM tells me to take 4 arrows. I'm gonna take 4 arrows.
Guys, that was not cool.
You telling me? Fading into the black.
I'm gonna roll a nature check. We're still in the woods, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Alright, guys, who needs healing?
I need some loving.
All right, 25 on my nature check.
Okay. What are you trying to
So
check for?
these snakes.
Uh-huh.
Is it common for snakes like this to just roam out of nowhere and just start attacking people?
No,
unprovoked.
You don't necessarily. In your years of experience of being out in the woods and traveling, you've never known snakes to just kind of go on a quote unquote rampage like that.
Okay. I relay that information to the crab claws over here, and I tell crab claws.
So at this point, my robe is completely destroyed, and you see that I'm actually a spider person.
So I'm gonna take 10
I'm
minutes.
an extremely bloody spider person.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes and get everybody within 30 feet of me. And I'm gonna cast a prayer of healing. And I'm going to heal everybody 11, 14, 15 hit points.
15?
Yep, everybody gets 15.
You know,
No, wait. I'm sorry. 19 hit points. I forgot to add the modifier.
All right.
You know what's funny is I can probably do a better job at healing than you.
Probably. Well, that was prayer of healing. That got everybody.
Yeah, well, I have healing spirit, but I'll use that.
You motherfucker. We could all just dip in and out of that bitch for...
I know, it's 10d6.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of vampirism abilities, but all these creatures die in one hit and explode on you, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I healed back when I killed them. But...
Out of combat, it turns into 10d6.
Yeah.
In combat, it's a little different.
Yeah, in combat...
That's what makes it so powerful
12d6.
is outside of combat.
Do they only last for a minute? The wings, do they only last for a minute? Alright, then I'll let them. Okay.
Now, what are you? Oh, yeah.
Can I determine what caused these snakes to explode? Was it the magic that was...
Arcana check.
Or, I guess, since they were infested with whatever the trees were.
Yeah, actually, we'd probably be discussing this together
you
since
said
I gave
nature?
you...
Arcana.
18.
18?
Same.
So, based on their red-like nature, you've seen plenty of, like, I guess, gems be used in casting of things. And you know that, like, rubies are typically associated with, like, fire damage.
Okay.
And so the fact that they're ruby red might have something to do with it. But you're not exactly sure what might have caused them to be ruby red.
Okay. Because fire snakes are a thing in D&D, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First off, what the fuck are you?
Second off.
Secondly...
What? Seriously, the fuck?
I'm not gonna kill you right now because you haven't done anything to provoke me. Therefore, we're cool.
That's good.
Thirdly, snakes don't normally attack like this.
I thought you were gonna say explode.
Well, that too, but I don't
like,
understand what the fuck is going on here. There's
what
some
was
weird
that?
shit going on in these
The
woods.
big one. Did you see the big one?
Yeah, I didn't miss it.
That was huge.
Yeah.
We just fought exploding giant snakes, and you're questioning a spire person?
Yeah, I am.
I mean, those
That
snakes
sounds like a personal problem to me, but...
Is that why you're able to take off the web so easily?
Yes.
I mean, why did you want it on your hand anyway?
Well,
did
normally
you try to
I-
do the stranger or something? Like, did you want extra sticky grip?
And frankly, I
How
won't
are you
eat you
sleeping
unless
on
you
it?
give me a reason to.
Well, don't eat me and won't give me a reason
Now that your
to kill
mask
you.
is off, is it like as you're talking,
Yes.
just
don't be offended when I tell you I've killed a few of your kind before.
Why would I be offended? That's the way things work. Things kill other things.
he's got a
All
point.
right. Inside my head, I'm thinking like I actually kind of like this guy.
My exact thoughts that I've
'Cause
had
he-
this whole time is picking that up and I'm just looking at you like
You're like, oh yeah.
trunk. It's my trunk.
Should we check on the gnomes? Did anybody check on the gnomes?
Oh shit, the gnomes. I use my trunk to beat on the side of the truck and be like,
You actually notice as the guy is still like up there in the sky, and he's just like
Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah,
Up in the canopy thing, and the T-Rex is running by. The T-Rexes.
That was the saddest part. One of the saddest parts of the movie. All they did was stay up there, and they'd have been fine.
And then take this moment to create myself a new room.
you knock on the thing, and you watch as the hatch in the front of the car slides back, and you see Lamone there, and then you see the other two gnomes kind of climb out. Is everything okay out here? We heard a lot of explosions.
We saw. I see that you're wearing your brown pants. It was probably a good idea today.
Actually, they're green.
Oh, are they? What are you eating?
What are you, colorblind?
Yes.
Any of them cut? Any of them cut?
Are they cut?
Are you guys good?
No.
Any of them cut? They're chiseled.
All right. Well, I think
These gnomes work out.
I'm gonna go ahead and start scouting ahead before you guys leave. Give me about a minute,
and I'll do the same.
Or so.
I'll go the other, like if you go left, I'll go.
I'm not going left. I'm going straight.
Oh, you're gonna go straight?
Yeah, I'm going straight ahead. I'm just gonna scout ahead, maybe like far enough that you guys can still keep an eye on me.
Yeah.
Through the woods. So, perception check.
Yep.
It's gonna be really fucking high.
Higher than 20?
32, 33, 32.
As you proceed to carry ahead a little ways,
31, sorry.
You don't see any creatures, but you hear what sounds like it feels warm where you are. Like, it kind of felt like it was getting warmer as you were entering anyway, but
Normal
now
than usual?
Yeah. Like, now it's feeling like really like hot near where you are. And you actually kind of hear like the crackling of flame.
Which direction?
In the direction ahead of you and then like off to the sides. So it's like, since you all are traveling west, it'll be west and then it'll be northwest and southwest. You hear like the crackling of fire.
I'm gonna turn around and kind of shout to one of you guys. You guys hear that? You hear that?
I don't know. Do we hear it?
You guys aren't close enough yet. Like, it's faint. It's not loud to you.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking, because I hear it and I'm like, what the I shouldn't be hearing this. So I'm kind of not necessarily freaking out, but a little concerned, and that's why I would have turned around and asked them. Do you guys hear that? So.
No.
Give me perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Go for it.
21.
30, 20.
Now you guys don't hear the crackling of flame. You guys feel the heat. You guys feel like you guys perceive that it's warmer here than it was in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like getting.
Do I smell anything? What do I smell?
You actually do. You kind of, with your perception check, you smell kind of like the faint like burning of wood.
Something's burning, and then I'm gonna start running. I'm like sprinting through the woods.
Okay.
Straight ahead.
The caravan is still like it moves at a kind of a slow pace compared to
That's fine.
anything. So
Yeah, I start sprinting ahead.
So as you're running ahead, you actually start to notice that like tiny pieces of the trees are actually on fire.
When I see that, I sort of like slow down and I stop and I'm like looking around and I just stop in my tracks. So these guys would probably catch up with me.
Okay.
And I'm just sort of like what the fuck is going on?
It's not all that this sounds like right now.
It sounds more like
Yeah.
There's definitely less wildlife.
yeah, a lot less
But-
wildlife.
So like you see the smoke and you see the flame, but when you look at the tree, it doesn't look like the rest of the tree is catching fire. Like it looks like at the tip of the branch where the leaf would be, it just looks like there's a flame there.
It's a burning bush, guys.
It's okay.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I don't like this.
So it's pretty much just like a candle right now.
That's kind of what it. Yeah, I guess. And like it's starting to get warmer and warmer and warmer. And you guys keep.
Can I see if all of the tips of the branches are burning? Is there fire anywhere else?
Not on the ground.
I mean, no, but I mean, like, is the fire spreading anywhere else?
No, it's just
the tip.
like as you keep going, like the trees look to be progressively more and more on fire.
So, I'm casting Primeval Awareness. So as an action, I'm basically trying to sense for the next minute if there's any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead that are present within a mile of me. Actually, it's 6 miles because we're in favored terrain.
Okay, here. Let me look that up. That way I have it in front of me so I can read off which ones we got.
I don't think it exactly tells me what it is or where they are, but it just tells me that
they're.
they're.
Tell you what it is, but it will tell. I need at least to get the creature types.
Okay.
What is this?
It's Primeval Awareness.
Okay.
So I basically like kneel down onto the ground and I put my hand to the forest floor and I just start like digging my hand into the ground and then I close my eyes and I start trying to sense beyond. Yeah, it's like sort of like a natural ping, like some sort of energy just flows through the ground.
Magical sonar.
Yeah, and I'm trying to sense.
So near you, or within 6 miles of you, you sense dragons, elementals, fae, and fiends.
You sense all of those.
That's 6 miles.
I take my hand out of the ground like slowly, and I open my eyes and I turn and look at you guys and I tell you there's
good news.
No, it's bad news.
Are you like the Indian with the trash on the side of the road, just a tear rolling down your face?
No. I'm not a druid, so I fight for the druids, but it's not good. There's some crazy shit within our vicinity.
We knew that when we came here, though.
Yeah.
What type of crazy shit?
Well, you got dragons, elementals, fiends, and what else you said aberrations to? Fae. And they're fae are expected. I would expect to sense fae within 6 miles. But
within your expectations, you expect there to be fae like in the forest.
Yeah.
And like it's not out of the ordinary for there to be a dragon or.
Yeah. What concerns me is the fiends and the elementals, and especially because fiends are one of my favorite enemies. That's where my concern lies. I don't know how many or where they're at, but they're within a good distance between me and 6 miles out, I would say.
What if they're only a couple 100 feet away?
I couldn't tell you how far away they are. I just know that they're out there somewhere. These unnatural beings are in this forest right now, and there's a lot of unnatural things happening here. Exploding fire snakes, and the trees are on fire but not burning. I've never seen anything like this before.
I mean, I've seen some things like it before, but like
Where?
nothing exactly like it.
Like, what do you mean? Like, in your experience?
I'm saying that crazy shit like trees burning is not unusual when magic is involved.
True. I mean, I've seen many forest fires, but look at these trees. Like, just look up. They're not burning.
Your point being,
It's on fire, but it's not burning.
it's magic.
It's unnatural.
Magic is by definition unnatural.
True. But something is causing this.
Magic is just science we haven't figured out yet, man. Like, come on.
The fiends, though, are worrying.
Yeah. I
how
look.
long does that last?
For a minute.
For a minute?
Yeah.
So,
Because
I know there was some
I
conversation
used
there.
a first level spell slot
Okay.
to cast it. That's why it's a minute.
So, like, halfway through your minute, though, you lose detection of the fiends.
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay.
Unless my else got brown pants on.
So, are you all going to proceed into the burning woods?
What do the gnomes think of this? I'm gonna walk over them and.
Well, I've never seen anything like it in my life. But, I mean, I've seen weirder things that could possibly be caused by magic.
Is the guy still flying?
I was waiting for.
And then my knees over.
I'm gonna yell up for him to see if he can break off one of the
He's in a
brains.
glass. No, he's in a glass tube.
He's in a, yeah.
Ew. Alright.
Does it look like his balloon's gonna catch on fire?
No.
Okay.
No, like, there's no
flame,
There's no smoke. There's no embers. There's no smoke.
but there's flame.
It's burning without burning.
It's on fire, but it's not burning.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a flame that does not consume
I don't know.
fuel.
I did that once.
Well, it consumes fuel, but what the fuel is.
Whatever. It's
the
not
spirit
consuming the
energy.
wood. The wood that it's on is not the fuel.
So, are you all proceeding just as normal?
If
Or?
the gnomes will keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, the gnomes do want to keep going. They are running frivolously, you see, like, as they track along. Like, they have their arms, like, curled around and their little post things that they have on the side, and they're riding.
Do you guys have a jar in your carriage?
A jar?
A jar, glass jar, or something that won't catch fire.
They stop the cart, and then one of them opens the back, and he, like, ruffles through a few things, opens a couple of drawers, and then you watch as he, like, pulls out one drawer and he, like, just reaches what seems to be way deeper inside of it. And he's just like, here we go.
I grab the jar. I walk over to one of the trees that is on fire, and I want to see like a small branch that I could reach up, and if there's like a fire on the tip of it, I want to try to break it off.
Okay.
And,
So you
And stick it in the jar.
yeah.
So you touch the
That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
roll damage.
so
Experimenting with it.
you're at the tree, and the branch feels warm.
Not hot, but just warm.
Yeah, it feels like warm to your touch.
Okay.
But then when you break it off, can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, sure can. That'll be 23.
Okay. You take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As a
I
little,
kind of expected
as a
something
little-
like that.
kind of shoots out when you pull the branch off. But then you watch as the red liquid just kind of starts pouring out and then onto the ground, and the grass, which wasn't on fire, catches fire.
I'm gonna drop the branch, and I'm gonna just put the jar underneath that, and I'm gonna start catching some of that liquid
Okay.
into the jar.
As it like pours out, it fills about like a quarter of the jar before the tree corrects itself and kind of
Stops viewing.
yeah, it starts like
Yeah.
transporting to other
I'm
places.
gonna
in the tree.
walk the jar over to the
And-
gnomes.
And you watch as if you can like see the process happening, but it like recedes down and the branch loses color and then like breaks and it falls off and like turns to ash as it hits the ground, and then it goes up the tree, and then you watch as another leaf bursts into flame.
I'm gonna hand the jar over to the gnomes because I imagine they'll want this.
Okay. They'll
Maybe it's some kind of oil.
I don't know. It's
you close the jar. They one of them will like take it and then he just kind of analyzes it. And he's just like he goes back into the back, pulls out like 4 more empty jars. And he's just like, "Can you do it again?"
yeah. I start handing out jars to everybody.
Just go and do that.
I start handing out jars.
And you watch as he takes the jar that he has, and he chucks it. And when it breaks, you watch as the ground catches off.
Oh shit!
Without the lighting them first. Hell yeah.
Essentially what these are is
Alchemist fire?
They're kind of like alchemist fire.
Okay.
Can I fill mine with like nails and screws and shit first?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I want a dirty bomb.
Well, it didn't explode. And the jar shattered and the liquid went everywhere.
Yeah, and it catches everything.
Carry the fucking. Can I throw ball bearings in that bitch like a grenade?
Turn it into a frag grenade.
The jar just broke it and the liquid dumped out.
Okay. Can I shake it up first and get pressure or anything? Throw some soda or carbonation in it? Well, bubbles into it first and then. I don't know. Don't look at me like that. Alright, so I can't make a dirty bomb.
Black powder and
Yeah. I can't make it a dirty bomb. I got you. Alright.
Yeah, so I'll collect another jar.
Okay. And they'll take the jars, they'll seal them up, and then they'll open the big drawer at the bottom. And when, like, as you look over his shoulder, the drawer like looks like black with like starlight in it. And you watch as he pulls on one of the stars, and he shoves the jar in what looks to be like the star, and then kind of closes it.
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
I like that. Spatial magic. I cast compressed gravity.
Why?
I'm kidding. I don't have it. That's an awesome spell.
And yep. And so he gathers up the other jars that you guys collected and puts them in the same pocket.
Literally putting them in a pocket dimension. That's crazy. Gonna be Halloween.
And as you guys proceed, nothing seems to happen for the rest of this day. They set up the hut. You guys go
First and second watch and all that stuff. But it's same. Oh, on both? You're not gonna get a long rest if you do. Okay.
I'm taking a long rest because I was here.
Oh,
So, first, second,
Yeah.
yeah, just for
first,
Fourth.
third. Okay. For the first two watches, nothing seems to happen.
Alright, I go to bed.
And for the last two watches, nothing seems to happen.
yeah, I've got it.
D&D Beyond, making long rest easy.
And as you all wake in the morning and the balloon reascends into the sky,
What's in the balloon? Like, is it a hot air balloon? Or is it like...
It's more like a bubble, I think is the way he described it,
so
right?
it's like, is there an air elemental in the balloon that's holding it up? Like,
yeah, well,
yeah.
because it's just like it's like it looks like I guess it looks kind of like a mini Zeppelin
Mm-hmm.
kind of a thing that's just being dragged by the vehicle as it goes along.
With the cable, tethering it to it.
Right.
Okay.
The steel braided cable.
Yeah. All right.
As you all proceed with your day.
As we continue west, do we notice that like the temperature gets warmer, or
It feels like it's getting warmer.
Is it almost unbearable?
It's not there yet.
what time of year is it? Like what's the season that it should be?
You estimate it to be about like springtime. It was springtime when you guys left. It's
Okay.
only been a couple weeks, so it should
That's
still be springtime.
Okay.
Are we starting to over sweat through our armor?
You guys are sweating, but I'm not gonna say that you're like,
Over sweating.
yeah.
Well, I have two meteorites in my pack, so I get an extra 10% bonus against high temperatures.
I like how he just trusts us with whatever we say. I feel like I could literally say. I feel like I can literally just say, yeah, I have a wish spell I want to cast, and he'd be like, okay, what do you want to do?
Go for it.
Yeah, I took the left blade as my
Yeah.
uncommon item.
You guys proceed along, and then you start to hear.
There's motorcycles, guys.
An investigation to see.
Okay.
What
Are
this
you
could
gonna?
be.
You said that you stayed ahead. As
Yeah.
Is. So just give me a normal perception check.
Okay. We're still in woods, right?
Yeah. Still in the
Okay.
forest. Even though it's a burning forest, it's still a forest.
Kind of history check.
16.
History
Go for it. Give me a history check.
or insight to see if I can recognize what this sound is.
Sure. Give me a
Survival.
survival check. Yeah. Or a nature check, whichever one you feel you'd be better with.
Where are you walking at right now? Like
Uh,
when with the caravan?
I'm actually walking a little closer to the caravan right now. I'm still pretty bloody.
No.
We took a long rest.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm full. Then.
I
I'm probably like keeping
web
one
crawling?
behind them.
Okay. all right.
Sorry, I
don't see
completely
you.
forgot that we had a long
As they
rest.
burn,
I
as they
don't
hit the
see
trees.
Yeah, right.
So you actually see like what looks to be 5 like tornadoes of flame in the woods, and they're slowly like moving, converging like on the road.
The flames?
Yeah, they look like tornadoes of flame.
Like NATO.
The fuck.
Flame NATOs.
I'm going to
This is bad.
cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start moving back towards the carriage, the horseless carriage.
Okay. So you move back,
And then free action, and if I can yell to everybody, we might want to get into the carriage because what is it made out of?
metal,
Fire.
brass,
Okay, we might want to get inside this
or
thing.
bronze, I guess.
Is there
Bronze
But,
and iron.
but then it might
But
be.
like, is there
why?
room for us in there? Like,
Why
we
we
have
We'll
the
fucking
side,
make room
yeah.
because whatever we need to.
Why are we moving inside?
There's and then I point out, I'm like, there's flames moving in on us.
Won't that be an oven?
We could stuff.
Probably,
We could
but we
stuff
need to
the
just get close to the
gnomes.
carriage and protect them.
We
Okay.
could
with whatever's
stuff the
going on.
gnomes into that fucking star.
As you all have this lovely conversation, you watch as these 5 tornado things, 2 from your right side, 3 from your left side, converge onto the road, and they kind of spread out, like making a barrier, looking like they're trying to stop you from
They
proceeding
make
forward.
one giant tornado, Voltron style.
Can I make a perception check to discern if there's something in the tornadoes that's guiding them or
I was
something?
just here. I said the same thing.
Like-
Sure.
I think the string picked that up.
Alright.
23.
The barking spider.
23.
No.
So actually, as you look at the tornadoes, you actually see like areas where it looks like eyes could
Okay.
be like in them, I guess.
Okay.
How far? How close are they together?
They're within 5 feet of each other in a line.
Okay. So there are 5 of them, right? So that means there's 20 feet, 25 feet.
25 feet, yeah.
Okay. So I will center a 4th level withering touch, or wither. Yeah. What is it? Wither leech, where I can get 4 of them.
Okay.
Is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Sure.
Is it 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius.
Oh. So that means the diameter is 40 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get them all.
Okay.
So they all need to make dexterity saving throws. And I'm doing 4th level, so it's 8d6. No, it's 7d6. I'm sorry.
What's your pass?
16.
Okay. 1 pass.
Any more D6?
No, I got them all. So that's 10, 20, 30. They take 30 necrotic damage, and they my necrotic damage is non-resistible or irresistible. Excuse me. So if they have resistance to necrotic, they still take the full.
Okay.
And I would gain. You said one of them passed? So I would gain
Hit points if you were
nine
injured.
hit points, but I'm not injured.
Okay. Can I get everybody to go into initiative?
I better roll.
Jesus.
My initiatives have been terrible.
Fuck me. I'm glad you let me
Okay,
get that.
that's not bad.
It's okay, bro.
Okay. Aaron.
18. Oof, I actually rolled something good
I
today.
thought you said Will, and I was like, I didn't say anything.
Blood.
Bill. Yeah.
Blob.
Sorry?
What's your
Oh,
initiative?
15. Zeke.
2.
Heyo. Ronaldo.
22.
What'd you say?
22.
22. Okay.
So I get for switching die in the middle of the fucking. You grab the other one.
They will.
So all the ones that failed took 30, and the one that didn't fail took 15.
Yeah. They will all move up, one onto each of you, and then a second one onto Z.
I think these were those elementals you were talking about.
Will 17 hit you, Zeke?
No.
Okay. That one hit. Will 20 hit you?
Yes.
Unnatural.
Yes.
That'll be 10 points of fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Plus.
It'll be 10 points of fire damage, and you're on fire.
Of course I am.
And then, will a 21 hit you, Zeke?
Yes.
That'll be another 10 points of fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then another 20, so another 10 points of fire damage.
Half because I'm raging.
And then
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no worries.
I'm alright.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm a barb. I'm a barrack.
He said K,
I know.
so it must be fine.
Yeah. We should just
will
anytime
13 hit you.
13.
he DMs, we should just start throwing in random things that our characters can do.
22 Aravan.
It's rolled at disadvantage. I'm dead serious because I casted Protection from Good and Evil. Are they elementals?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at disadvantage
Why?
because I have
Protection from good and evil gives them disadvantage on attack rolls.
If they're good or evil, right?
No, it's
It protects you
It's in
from
general.
all of the
Both.
was it elementals?
So until the spell ends,
fiends.
one willing creature you touch, which is myself, is
touched
protected
yourself?
against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, which is me.
18 to hit you then.
That's gonna hit.
That'll be
I
10
thought-
points of fire damage, and you are on fire.
I thought you were fucking with him too, though.
No. After I said
Just
that,
got done
how
talking
much did you
about
say?
it.
10 fire damage?
10 fire damage, and you're on fire.
Okay. And then let me roll my concentration on it.
Whoa!
Okay.
I gotta roll my concentration. 7, 8, 9. That'll pass. Barely. 10.
And then the other attack will miss you. And
Okay.
then against blood.
He attacked me twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you would think
Blood
protection
will
from
18
good
hit
and
you.
evil
Yeah.
is just-
It used to be
You'll
different.
take
You
10
take
points of
yeah.
fire damage,
40
and you're on
was-
fire.
In
if they were
Okay.
good.
earlier editions, it was different too. It was like that. I was surprised to see it because I was like, this spell kind of meh, but now it's like pretty good. So
Ronaldo, it is your turn.
I'll bonus action hide.
How are you gonna hide from a fire tornado that's right in front of you?
Something
There are
hide.
lots of trees.
Are you gonna take
Hey,
the opportunity?
I
The-
don't question your cleric, sir.
Okay. Okay.
this cleric, barbarian, druid.
My cleric
24 to hide.
You feel pretty good.
Record show.
And then I'll roll shoot with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Is that disadvantage?
Why would it be?
Oh, that's a tornado.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna use counterpoint. I'm gonna shoot swirling air with a bubble.
No.
That was pretty good. That was a good one,
Is
man.
it at this?
It's a fire element.
Okay, so I have advantage against it.
I just like to believe that all elementals are in tornado shape.
Mm-hmm.
Makes them cooler.
Except Earth Elementals. They're stuck as rocks.
Yeah.
Or rotating rocks in a tornado shape.
It's a dust I guess.
Yeah.
It could be like a sandstorm or something.
A sandstorm.
Everything he creates now is going to be tornado shaped. You see a dragon,
You guys remember
tornado
my
shaped.
goblins? Tornadoes.
A tornado of goblins. You're swirling around like
You
this.
thought fucking Sharknado was bad. Godblado is horrible.
Yeah.
No, I think what would be worse than that is a cobalt tornado.
Oh,
We have to bring out a classic, the Sharknado.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And I already did my bonus action, and that's it.
Alright, but I would have to say if you miss, you have a 25%
that
chance
brings us to
that
Air
when
Van.
you shoot at it, pulls back in and hits.
Everybody, you take 5 points of fire damage since you were on fire.
Oh, at the start of my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It's an action to put myself out, right?
I believe so.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's fine. So,
This is fun.
this is fine. I'm going to back up away from him.
Okay.
So 35 feet away.
I love that meme.
It's at disadvantage.
This is fun.
And it's perfect here. Because everything's on fire.
That'll hit.
10 points fire damage.
Okay. Damn, even at disadvantage, he still hits me. That's crazy. All right. So I'm going to use my feature on it. My
Slayer's Prey.
Yep, Slayer's Prey. So I have yeah, okay. And then I'm going to shoot my longbow at it. I'm going to use sharpshooter on it. So oh shit.
Oh.
13.
Right on the nose.
Woo-wee!
He shot it.
I know. Oh,
You're
nice!
shooting the one that was on you.
Yeah, the one that was
I
on
think
me.
that's the first time you haven't rolled a 1 in one of
I
your
know,
attack
that's
rolls,
really
damage
good.
rolls.
So it's going to be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 points of piercing damage. It's with a magical piercing.
Okay.
Because I have a +1 longbow.
Yep.
And then I'm going to shoot at it again.
Okay. Go for it.
That's going to hit. That's a 17 plus 7.
Good job.
So...
And when you kill the fire animal, it explodes.
So,
might.
25 points of piercing, magical piercing. Because it's, again, my
You
longbow.
can't say things like that, Bill.
I know, Mark. Everything that we fight is going to explode with fire damage.
How's it looking?
It's looking hurt. It's looking real hurt.
Okay.
I mean, which one saved from my attack?
The one that's on you.
Oh, motherfucker.
Blood, it is your turn. You take 5 points of fire damage when you
Okay.
turn.
I'm going to back up from the one that's engaged with me.
Okay. It will-
That's what I'm talking about, homie. Take that opportunity attack.
Well, I need my action to do something.
22 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
10 points of fire damage.
And I'm on the fire again.
When I took the damage, I didn't roll my concentration.
What do you concentrate
Yeah,
on?
you did.
No, for the fire damage at the start of my turn.
What are you concentrating on?
Oh.
Protection from good and evil.
Oh, yeah.
That'll pass.
Are the fire elementals nicely grouped?
No, there's one on you, or there was one on you as you backed away. There was
There-
one on him. There's 2 on him.
And I thought we were all together talking though.
Yeah, we were all standing in a
Yeah.
line.
Then I guess they're as nicely grouped as they
Okay.
could
Like a
be.
V.
I mean,
I'm going to line them up and cast Water Dragon. I need all of them to make
What the hell?
like, That's a spell.
A dexterity saving throw.
Sea dragons roar.
He just added it on.
Except instead of water, it's blood.
Oh!
So it's a blood
dragon!
Where's the blood?
Oh, that's gonna smell so bad when
I
it
know,
fires
it
into the
comes back
fire.
irony.
And I'm trying to have a little bit of a chub because I see all the blood.
He's all chilled
Or
out.
maybe my blood's very
So
dex,
you
I don't
need,
know.
what do you need? Dex saves?
Dex saves.
What's the pass?
Or
what's the
I
DC?
forget what
What
my
is one
DC
lesbian
is.
vampire say to the other?
My DC is 17.
See you next month.
One will pass.
Okay.
Sometimes I wonder, like, why does Bill think before he says stuff?
Well,
We know that to be true. He doesn't. Why does he say the things that he does?
So it's 40 bludgeoning damage,
Wow.
and it extinguishes all non-magical and magical fires below its level, which is 4, and they're fire elementals. So
You said below its level?
yeah. So if there are magical fires that were caused by spells beneath its level, they would be put out.
does that mean I'm put out?
Okay.
If you want to take the 10d8 bludgeoning damage,
No,
sure.
no, that's fine.
I don't know how that would work.
What is it?
Because
So
they're fire
It's
elementals.
basically like high-level light spells against darkness. It's the
Right,
same for.
but
Okay,
so
what's
these
their
ones-
CR?
These
What's their
ones 5.
Oh, so
Their
there's
CR 5.
They're fire elementals, though, right?
Yeah, but they weren't.
Don't they
made
take
ice.
damage for every gallon of water that's dumped on them?
Yeah, but this isn't water. This is blood.
Okay,
but it's liquid.
fair.
he did get you there.
It's supposed to be water, but
It's
it's
also
blood dragon.
fine.
Well, it's also only like how many gallons of water is being splashed on them.
Not zero.
It's a 150-foot line.
So you tell me if you were to take it
That's a
down.
lot.
Because like, is it
fire
a line
go
this
up?
thin?
It is a 5-foot cylinder, 150 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got drained.
It's a fire.
A 5-foot square. How many gallons are in a 5-foot square?
There is 7.34 gallons in 1 foot cube.
Is this your poop expertise
Yes.
coming out?
Yeah. There's 7.
So math it, because I can't math right.
Yeah, 7.34 gallons for each cubic foot.
Of poop.
7.3.
No,
But this time it's blood.
Of water.
So
It's a lot of water.
I'm just saying because you work on poop.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 150 feet
35.
long, 5 feet. It's a lot
I
of
know.
fucking water.
35.
Yeah. Yeah. A 5-gallon bucket weighs 40 pounds, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, 35 times. That's a
750 cubic feet. So that's okay. They're
A shit ton of water.
yeah, they're held in. So that's by the way, for those listening at home, it is for 750 cubic feet of water, it is 5,610 U.S. liquid gallons.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of blood you just spilled.
That's a lot of blood.
I created
That was water, by the
Took a
way.
drop of blood
It
and
would have
spanned
5,610 points of cold damage, which I'll allow it. I mean,
Oh my
they're dead.
God.
They're hella dead.
That's
That
That
is
is dealt the most damage to anything ever that could possibly be done in all of D&D. So congratulations, Will.
And then
I've
actually done it.
I give out a sigh, and then I stop, drop, and roll to put myself out.
I think we all do. We still take damage
No,
from it.
I'm not a fire.
Yeah, I take 5 points of fire damage and then I just kind of like pat myself out.
Yeah.
Since I rolled a fucking 2 on initiative.
So I've actually done that before with Rick.
Yeah.
In his campaign, I casted what was it, the
Watery sphere.
watery sphere, and I threw it on a fire elemental.
And I did the math, and I was like, yep, that thing's dead.
Yeah.
It's like 7,000 damage or something.
Yeah,
in
it's
one shot.
insane. It's insane. And it's funny because watery sphere doesn't even really do any damage, but it's like perfect against fire elementals.
So the day continues as all the elements are dead.
Well, that's probably a good stopping point because it's 9:30 right now.
You guys, as you all continue along, you eventually get to this point, and you hear Jermaine call down. He's just like, I think I see something. I think I see something ahead. And as you guys like crest over this little hill area, you see this massive monolithic crystal out in the distance. And that's where we'll bring it back for next time.
Before we start on that short journey from after the fight, I exclaimed to my comrades, I'm hurt a bit. Does anybody want to give me healing before I drink this greater healing potion?
Yes, I will heal you.
Okay.
Actually, I'll heal everybody. I'll do a prayer of healing.
Oh, okay.
At 5th level.
Wait, if you're going to do that, then I'm just going to cast my 2nd level spell and we'll all heal 10d6.
That's fine.
So I'll just do that then.
You can heal yourself and assist us in the process.
So everybody can roll 10d6 essentially and heal yourself.
The finals have returned.
23. How many did you say?
10d6.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of ones.
38. 45. Jesus.
25 for me. I rolled a lot of ones.
32.
So basically what you guys see when I cast this is I have like the wolf fur that I'm wearing, and it's got like the head kind of sitting on my left shoulder, and I sort of rub it like this, and like a spirit comes out of it, like a wolf spirit, and it just starts running around us. Yeah.
It keeps running in circles.
Yeah, it just runs in circles around us, and it just heals us up.
Fucking Balto.
You know what's funny is that should have given me full health, and it definitely didn't.
Really?
It definitely got me.
I got way over what I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like 3 points down now. And I guess we take a long rest?
No.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you,
buddy.
And thanks from the internet for you doing an awesome job, right?
Yeah, no blackouts.
Yeah, good. So, what next week we should be back to? Huh? No, we're still on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week we should be back to our regular schedule.
Yeah, definitely should be.
Also have another concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, an
Or
unexpected
somebody winning a fucking
minute concert.
last minute tickets to
Go see Boy George up in DC. But yeah, next week we should have everybody back here, and we should be playing episode 12 of Dragon Heist.
We got some gifts.
What?
We got some gifts.
Gifts?
Yeah, remember the guy said come back in the morning to get your
rewards. Yeah.
Well, me, you, and yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, after we saved them, he was like, you guys come back and I'll give you something after the cops leave.
Oh, yeah, okay, nice. Cool. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, guys.
Whoever tuned in.
Yeah, awesome.
I don't know why you did it.
Screw you, whoever didn't tune in.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, your mom's a hoe.
Your mom's not a hoe, just
ignore him.
yeah.
Most people do.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.